Good morning, you guys. How is everybody? Yeah, I'm off today. I am so happy. I took off yesterday too, but I took off yesterday because I had some things I had to do. But today, I still got to do some schoolwork, but on my own time. So we're gonna hang today. Today is a holiday. I'm having my coffee. Y'all, have you all tried that cane sugar, organic cane sugar from out of Aldi's? It's not as sweet as that white sugar. It's brown. It's organic sugar. It's brown. It has not been processed, and it is not sweet at all. It's dried cane sugar. Hey, Rose Flippin. Is that Elena? Cypress, Miss J, Joke Free, Shan. Y'all, what's going on? Y'all, make sure y'all hit the like button for me. Make sure you guys please like, please share, please subscribe. I'm so happy to be out today. I'm going to take some things and put it in. I've been doing some stuff around the house, and I need to start it's summertime. I need to start going to the rich people's yard sales. Like, I went and got a storage, and I've already been like, I see it like how I want my house to be, because y'all know I'm getting a house, another in Memphis this time, and I want it to be differently. I want it to be different. I got a vision of how I want it to be. That's how I did the last time. I had already bought what I wanted because I gave away a lot of stuff, but I already have a vision of like how I want everything. Normally, when I move, I like new furniture, like couch sets and stuff like that. Because I was like, I want a new couch set, and I was like, I'll wait until I move to get a new one. Oh, we're talking today about, y'all. Listen, I want to talk about, of course, we're talking about the Govan situation and everything that is connected to that. But I was also just looking at shout out to Black Barbie and Cypress. They sent me something, I believe last night. Y'all be so discombobulated. Y'all know we always wait 5 minutes for people to start getting on, because it's probably a lot of folks at work today. It's a holiday for me. But I was so discombobulated trying to finish up the work. And then I started trying to work on my poetry. I was like, I gotta give my brain a rest. Like, I really gotta give my brain a rest. So yesterday I went to the Piggly Wiggly in Olive Branch. They have all the packages of meat. Y'all know they had that big truck sale where they have all the packages of meat for $5. I love, oh my God. Listen, and they had the long packages of chicken thighs, which I love, for $2 and something. Long packages. Like, they be trying to get rid of that meat. Yeah, I racked up. I got so much meat. I was like, oh my God, like, I love to get chicken. It's summertime, so I like to grill. We do small talk, y'all, until 5 minutes to everybody start coming in. I love to grill. So I went in there and I racked up on chicken wings, like long packages of chicken wings with $5. They weren't bruised up or nothing. Long packages of chicken thighs was $2 and some. I got so many of them. I got like five each. And with the wings, the long packages being the wings, I got probably like 7 to 8 packages. They had the roast for like $7. I love roast. I racked up on that. And What else? They had the King Cotton big bacon, that big packages of bacon that they normally sell for $16. It was $7.99. I got some of that. And I got my mama some. They had the really huge watermelons for $8. I got that. I'm telling y'all, listen, I thought my bill was gonna be like $200 or $300. Y'all know how much all that food costs? Like 160 something. So I went and did that yesterday. Says Gordon on Union had chicken wings 100 for 40. Oh my God, Lord Jesus. Do they still got them so I can go get them and rack up on the wings? Because, we have to grill the wings. I think it's disrespectful to bake wings. They have to be grilled or fried. Okay. Anyways, you guys, listen. Shout out to Cypress and Black Barbie. They sent me, I believe it was Black Barbie. They sent me this video. Okay, the narratives have started. Now we know, like, it has spread it throughout, not just throughout Memphis, but for the last few days, this situation has been big since Govan spoke about Big Jukes Unalive. So Govan spoke about, Jukes Unalive, and I think that was he wanted to push a narrative. Hey, maybe he's blackmailing the people. Maybe it's something going on. Okay. But I don't think it was a mistake of the tongue, because he's been hinting at it for a long time. He just got more detail. Well, Cypress and Black Barbie sent me this video where this vlogger, I don't know who he is though, he's talking about CEO Jizzle and calling him a serial K. Now, y'all have to know that sometimes, I'm not saying that vloggers, a lot of these vloggers are paid to put out stuff. I ain't paid to put out nothing though. Okay. I wouldn't let nobody pay me to put out nothing, because I likes to be free. Okay. I don't be one to, I like to be free, because that's just how I am. Okay. I was a free woman. Okay. And anyways, they're talking about, they're pushing a narrative. They really started pushing this narrative in the last few days. And I do believe some people is behind it, talking about CEO Jizzle, and alluded to, they alluded to some stuff. Now, let me just say this. Stupid Duke, CEO Jizzle, and all of them, they have been in Memphis forever. Okay. I don't think that had anything. I think people are trying to redirect the blame. Okay. And they didn't necessarily pinpoint them, but I think a narrative is really being pushed because, like I said, if you listen to Juk, if you listen to Juk basically I was looking at that the other day. Let me pull it up, because I want for you all to see this. Okay. Hold on. Let me show y'all this, and because I was looking for what that post I saw, the last post that Big Juk posted, but this came up right here. Now, this is the video that Govan did a few months ago with Vlad.
Well, I did some research, and it doesn't seem like whoever killed Big Juk has been charged.
No.
So it's still an open case.
Yes, it's still an open case, and the streets know, and I'm sure if the streets know, the police know.
Now, let me just say this: when Govan said that, this is how I know that the narrative that they're trying to push is just a decoy. When he spoke about Vlad, when he was on Vlad months and months back, he said this, and his voice had a tremble. Okay, his voice got real nervous. Ain't no way in hell if it had been who they're trying to say it is, his voice would have gotten nervous. I think he would have been more facetious with it because, I mean, that he ain't stupid Duke. Them ain't nobody that he care about. So, but the mere fact that he had a little nervousness in his voice when he said it, it lets me know that he know who it is, and he probably has a relationship with them. That's true, Great Faith. Who calling me? I'm on live. Y'all call me, whoever it is, call me back. Oh, anyways, let's keep going.
For whatever reason, they're not taking the initiative like they do in other cases.
Well, I did some research.
The nervousness in his voice lets me know that whoever these people is that did this to Juke, he has a relationship with, or has had some type of close relationship with. Okay, and it ain't who they trying to allude to. Okay, it's not that. Let's keep going. Now that was like last year when that was the first interview he did when he got off last year. So this is the interview he did the other day.
Did that have anything to do with Dolph?
Did what?
Juke being killed.
Of course.
And you believe it was the other side that did it, or you know?
I know. I know who killed Juke. I know the person that pulled the trigger. I know the person that was on the passenger side.
How many people was it?
3.
And them 3 probably couldn't do an interview today.
2 of them couldn't.
So who's the third? Where's he at?
The same place where we are, breathing and enjoying air.
He went ghost.
He doing what he do.
I got you. So
okay. These folks ought to stop making these type of posts talking about money bag, yo. Let's see. I'm looking for that. Hold on. I'm looking for that last post that Juke made, and he did make a it's on Facebook. Hold on, y'all. I think we're getting closer to it. Okay, so that's Big Juke's funeral. His mother. I hate to be showing these pictures as I scroll. Let me see. I'm looking for that post. Okay. Now they say that this is the car. They say that this is the car. We don't really know if that's the real car, because a lot of times they will put a decoy type picture out there. They'll put the wrong car out there. They do it all the time. Should I say that? Well, I mean, ain't no harm in saying it, because when people call in with information and they go, no, it wasn't a Ford Explorer, it was a Ram truck, the police would know for a fact that they know what they're talking about, right? They'll know what they'll that's how they are able to narrow down and decipher who knows information and who tells the truth, by putting out maybe the wrong information. And when somebody call in that really knows, they'll go, or they'll say, no, the Explorer wasn't white, it was green. And they already know this, right? They already know it because they got the pictures of it, they'll go, okay, so this person really knows, right? So it could have been a white truck, or it might not have been, but by accounts, it probably was, because remember, the rumors are that it may have been a white SUVs, didn't necessarily have to be no Explorers, because remember, the witnesses, the rumors are is that it was two of the exact same vehicles, and when they hit Winchester, they went separate ways. One went east and one went west, right? Let's see. I'm looking for Big Jug last post because I know I saw. Oh God, I'm glad I didn't. They still got that picture on the internet. They need to take it off. I'm glad I didn't show that. Let's see. Hold on, y'all. I know that post is on here because I looked at it. Let me see. Uh, Hold on, you all. Hold on, you all. Hey, She Johnson. Let's see, you guys. I don't use Instagram like that, but I don't get my glasses on. Let me see if I want to read his post verbatim. And rest in peace to Juke. You know, I hate that happens. I hate that all of this stuff happened. I really do. Um, let's see.
Get it done. Big Chuck, you fucked up, man.
Oh Lord. Okay, that's the area.
You said you used to serve his big brother bricks.
Hell no. I ain't say that.
Yeah, you did.
I ain't never said nothing about no bricks my whole career, Charlamagne. You tripping.
Where you get
tripping.
What was the lyric?
You tripping. You can go back. We can bet some money.
Don't play
If
with
I said
me,
something about some
homebody.
bricks, I give you a $1 million check right now.
Front your big brother. Oh, okay, you say you used to front your big brother. That's what you said. You ain't say brick. You just said front you.
Still that same.
Hold on, you all. Let me hold on. Let me just go to Big Juke. Okay. Okay. Had to, y'all know I don't get on Instagram. He says, they don't want to face you. They want to snake you. Stay alert to stay alive. Watch your back at all times. Put snakes on plates and eat great. That's what he said. Um, I think then he had in his story that he was God's chosen or God's favorite or whatever. So I think that was kind of, profound. You know what I mean? That he put that, because I remember looking at that. It was still in his story. He says, God's favored or God's chosen or something like that he had put in his story. Because everybody went to his page like the next day when he was unalived, and it was still in his story. But as we've said before, and I don't want to keep, I'm not gonna keep saying this, but as we've said before, he said, "You don't want to face me, you want to sneak me." So it seems like to me, I will always say that he was really, because the whole time, that things were being thrown out between him, and especially when Young Dolph was killed in Paper Route, it didn't seem to bother him. I think it started to bother him right at the end when he knew that he was getting ready to um be um indicted. Okay. I think he knew that then. I think it bothered him then. So to me it's weird. You know, I just believe now a narrative is being pushed to but in the end it'll come out. But and people throw stuff up into the air all of the time. Okay. I think that if had it been anybody from that had any affiliation with Dolph, it would have been out a long time ago. That would have been what they needed, especially to that would have been to try to consistently push and smear the legacy of Young Dolph. That's how you know that what happened didn't have anything to do, in my opinion, with anybody as it relates to Young Dolph. Okay, because it would have been out. Nobody would have been protecting them, especially not Quet. Quet would have, Quet is emotional. He would have put this out a long time ago. He doesn't care. It's obvious that he don't like anybody on that has any close affiliation with Young Dolph. Okay, so that would have been out a long time ago. But the mere fact that, especially when he he said stay off the streets, especially the mere fact that um he kind of swallowed hard in the very beginning. I don't know. I believe that whoever the people were, because these were street dudes. It could have been anybody really. Um, because these were street dudes. Hold on, you all. Y'all hit the FBI. Good morning, Tyranny. But y'all, it seems like to me the FBI is working to solve a lot of these unsolved, especially these well publicized unalivings. It seemed like to me that is coming back around now. Okay. Um, because we're starting to hear, people thought, and I think a lot of people thought that, Big Juke's unaliving wouldn't get any traction, but it seems like to me, but I believe maybe it's been quietly getting traction the whole time. Okay. I think, when Quet did this interview, I think he wanted it to definitely be known. Okay. I think that's why he put it out there. I think he wanted it to be known, what had happened to Big Juke. Okay. I think that there's a determination to, because a lot of these unalivings, that we've been talking about, it seems that they had some type of affiliation to industry people. And I really believe now that it's like top priority. Okay. With maybe a lot of money around that. And so that's why you see them going out there them for like like anything, that it is highly suspicious. Okay. But obviously they were able to do it. Okay. He said somebody really had to go out of their way to pull those type of strings to get a misdemeanor turned into a felony. Okay. But cyber stalking can be a felony. Okay. Um, but I mean, as I've always said, what they're fussing about is not. Am I breaking up a little? Hold on one second. What they're fussing about is not what they are mad about. Okay. It's usually always something else. It's usually always something else. Um, and so I think it's going to be interesting to see how things turn out as it relates to some of these unalivings. Me myself, I think I have like a renewed interest just to see what is going to be at the end of that tunnel, right? You think about um, even with CEO Teasy, right? I think CEO Teasy lost his life about 3 years ago or something like that. He lost his life 3 years ago. And I mean, you've been hearing nobody knew what had happened to Teasy. Hell, okay, well, I think the police had some type of suspicions about what happened, but I think with the help of Quet, we've all been able to narrow it down because to who it could have been, with all of this stuff going on between people thinking that there's a war between paper, because I think the paper route guys have been um pretty quiet. You know what I mean? They've been quiet. They seem to have stayed focused on whatever it is their craft is. Okay, with CEO Teasy, he was a person of interest. But then, I mean, hey, you hear a person who had a relationship at some point with CEO Teasy say, well, I mean, CEO Teasy, that was friendly fire. He was not killed by ops. He was killed by a friend. I mean, it go wow. Okay. Wow. Like he said that on either on his page. I believe he said it on was it an interview or his page that he said that about Teasy on, and he used to get on his YouTube channel. He said it several times. He said Teasy was not people trying to take credit for taking out Teasy. Teasy was not killed by op. It was friendly fire. He was not killed by op. He was killed. It was friendly fire. He was killed by people that he know. Now I'm gonna say this as it relates to Teasy. I could be wrong. I could be wrong, but okay. When CEO Teasy, yeah, excuse me. Wu is putting out good music. When CEO Teasy was taken out, um, um, I remember Juke said he was in Nashville, and Yo Gotti started posting that he was on the river, he was on the water with Angela in another country. I don't know why that's what stood out in my brain. It always did. I was like, dog, every time somebody get killed, they always talking about they out of town. I could be wrong, but I just it's something about that stood out to me when Teaser was killed. Juke was posting that he was in out of town in Nashville, and Yo Gotti started posting him and Angela being in another country on the boat. And that stood out in my brain. I was like, I wonder if they had him killed. I could be wrong, but I mean, it just kind of stood out in the beginning. That's what stood out in my brain. Cypress said they ain't had nothing to do with that. I don't know. I'm just saying that's the first thing I thought about. Like, that's the first thing I thought about. Greyface says, I always wonder if TZ's unaliver was already set to do time in the feds and handled that before going in. I don't know. But it makes you wonder because Govan did narrow it all the way down. He said that it was friendly fire. These are his words verbatim. He talked about it maybe a couple. He might have, because he spoke about his disdain for TZ. He says that TZ, that time Trap Lord Ross was on, he was talking to Trap Lord Ross, and then Devin Burns called him. I mean, he said on that video, he said TZ was a dirty MF. I mean, it don't mean he had anything done to him, but I mean, he says that TZ was in his paperwork and TZ spoke against him. And if you think about it, it kind of coincides because TZ was on the outside. It kind of coincides with what Cornelius said, because Cornelius said that Straight Drop told him that Juke and Quet ain't messing with us. Okay, so I'm sure that came from the people on the outside. It came from TZ because that's who Straight Drop was more so in communication with. And I believe, I believe that Straight Drop being on the inside was made to believe that TZ was betraying him when that's not the fact. Okay, I was told that TZ would not roll over and tell on he wouldn't tell on Straight Drop, nor would he tell on any of those other Chula Mafia boys. He was real loyal to them. He wouldn't put them into anything. He wouldn't implicate them in nothing. So but now Quet was different. Okay. On the other hand, he did, because he felt like Quet and them were not doing Straight Drop right for whatever reason. Okay. And so I think he did kind of start working with the government on Quet. Okay. On Quet. And so who's to say that a lot of them young dudes, I know they're in the street, but they are very naive, they're stupid. Who's to say that they weren't told that TZ was talking about, going against all of them with the police to create an energy to make them want to get rid of TZ? I'm just saying this is, I'm not saying that this happened. I'm just saying, who's to say that? You got people Quet saying that he definitely told on Quet, and he told on Quet because he felt like some things were not right, I guess. But who's to say that the other guys weren't made to believe that he was also snitching on them, and that was not true? Okay. And it created this energy because Quet says that it was friendly fire. It was friends that killed TZ. Like I said, okay, and then I got to thinking about, I said, well, we used to see TZ in pictures with Gotti and Juke. Were they considered friends? I mean, I just get suspicious when every time somebody get killed, folks talking about they out of town. They create an alibi. It gets real suspicious. Okay. I'm not saying they had nothing to do with it. I'm just saying that that's the kind of stick out of my brain. I could be wrong though. Hey, Chelsea. Black Barber says he said that TZ was in his paperwork, but at the same time, his paperwork is always sealed, and he's gonna always make someone else look bad with no proof. Mm-hmm. Is William still in here? William, are you still in here? John Brown says, that's cap. I already informed you a while back that TZ got hit 25 times, face shot all over his body. Oh, wow. He says Govan was threatening to put a hit on a girl on the phone, violating interstate extortion or threats category. Mm. Oh wow. William, are you still in here? You all hit the like button for me. He may not be in here anymore. He says s'mores and chocolate. That's all. Hey, is that Christian? Hey, Big G. Chelsea says Govan's new lawyer was being real honest about why the feds picked him up, in my opinion. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I mean, the exact same thing happened to O.J. Simpson. Um, the only thing about it is I think O.J. Simpson was innocent. OJ was innocent though. I think OJ was framed. But yeah, I agree with you, Chelsea. I mean, he was honest. He says that the state lost their case, and so you know the feds he's back out threatening people, and so to keep the state give him a but Kimberly said that the other day that they give him a $4,000 bond. He's doing interviews saying he knows who took out Juke. I mean, I think that right there got him. So you be that detailed about that. You are that detailed about who took out Juke, and and you've done at least 2 interviews placing yourself in close proximity when it happened. Now that means nothing, but you have to think about when you do these interviews and you change your story. Okay, because he was asked one time on an interview, where was he at when Juke was killed? He said the next street over. So I was on the very next street. And then they asked him, Ratchet asked him, he said I was riding down Get Well. So you have to understand, just like we listen to these interviews, law enforcement listen to these interviews, these are still open cases. So they dissect everything. They have way more information than what we have. It sounds weird to us. We hold on to everything, child, because we just be blogging on it and communicating and stuff. He said bet was being found not guilty does not mean that you're innocent. It's just that being found not guilty means that they couldn't convict you. That just means they had a shadow of a doubt in their mind. They just had doubt. You only convict the person if you have no doubt and no questions. And I think Manny, I mean, he's a good attorney. He did a good thing. His job was easy at raising reasonable doubt. He understood the assignment. Okay, he's been doing this for years. You raise doubt. There's distrust with the police. And let me just say this. I had not said, I don't think I've said this, but I'm going to say this because I feel an obligation to say this. Listen, Officer Dabney, who worked on this case, Dabney, Chief Davis, for some reason, okay, started pulling. I don't like the way that she does that. She just started doing mass promotions, and it would be a good thing for MPD, but she started doing mass promotions. And so she started pulling. I think you used to have to be a patrolman for 5 years before you got promoted. Now I think Chief Davis is promoting them after 2 years. That's not a good thing, because that's still like a P2P almost. You know, they ain't even got the experience on the street. It ain't nothing for them if they're smart. It's smart to go pass a test and then be a sergeant and be in homicides. They ain't even mastered learning how to write up their reports on the damn street. She started doing a lot of mass promotions, and she started a lot of these sergeants and stuff that was in homicides were being promoted to lieutenant, and the lieutenants were being promoted to majors. They had been moving out, and she letting patrolmen off the street come in and act as detectives, or she's TA in them and TL in them, all of that. Now, my boy Dabney, who is a vet, Dabney was over in general assignment, okay, or general investigations. He was pulled from over there to help out in homicides. Dabney has always been a good guy. I worked in the exact same office with Dabney when we were working in felony response. He was always a cool, laid back dude that had gone through the military. He had, you know, Dabney was a, you know, I think Dabney had been out in the street, but he got his life together. I mean, I'm not talking about bad out in the street. I'm just saying he grew up in the hood or whatever. But Dabney was a chill, cool dude, okay? A very stand-up guy. I think Manny was able to make Dabney look bad because when there is an investigation going on, a federal investigation, they can never admit it. Law enforcement can never speak about if there is an ongoing federal investigation going on. I'm sure Manny knows that. The reason he pushed at that, and they said that in the they said, you know, you hear the police officers say that a little bit. Well, you know, it's still an open case. Dabney is retired because hell, it was time for him to retire. Right? I think he retired. He moved out of the state. I'm not gonna say why he moved out of the state, okay? But it was for a good reason. Okay, when you retire and you know maybe your spouse or something get something really big, you move with them, right? You collect your pension and you go on and you settle in wherever you are. But I don't think for one bit that Dabney, me working with alongside Dabney all those years, I don't believe for one bit Dabney would have ever taken a dime from CMG or anybody. I think Dabney got over there. They pulled him over there because she did those mass promotions and started put all of those veteran homicide investigators were being promoted, and she started pulling in these rookies really and putting them in homicides to fill the seats, and they ain't know a damn thing because they don't even know how to patrol. So she pulled Dabney from general assignment over to there because he's a vet and he was just thrown in to help to try to stabilize what was going on. So you get to thinking about, well, how in the hell did they make the mistake of not going and requesting video? The video might have been, hell, they probably didn't know how to request it. Okay, they probably didn't know how. So there were just a lot of mistakes made. But anyways, I digress. But I think that this is interesting. I do. It's like I said, it says that his next Govan's next court date is in August. Okay. In August. But like I said, I don't believe one bit that Govan mistakenly said any of those things. I don't. Govan been out in the street a long time. He's had a history of being in and out of jail. So I don't believe for one bit that he had a slip of the tongue, knowing that thousands of people was looking at him. He said exactly what he wanted to say, and he wanted it out there. The reason that I don't believe that it was the other side that was involved, it was based on when he was asked about Juke's murder, when he first started doing his interviews, and he was very careful when he talked about it. Okay, he was not facetious. He would swallow real hard. He was real nervous. He has a relationship with whoever it was that killed Juke. That's my, just based on his body language. That's what I get. He has a relationship with him. Now he's being more detailed because maybe they've fallen out. Okay. And so people are just going with all these narratives. We know Govan ain't had no relationship with nobody that had a relationship, that rolled hard for Dolph. He ain't got no, he would never try to protect any of them. Never. He would have told it from the start. Okay. Juke told you himself somebody was trying to snake him. And Juke was hurt about whoever it was that was trying to snake him. Juke knew that he was getting ready to be indicted, and he was. That had Juke feeling a certain type of way, because Juke had tough skin. I mean, when he was into it with some of these dudes, I mean, he would laugh and stuff about it. But Juke, clearly, the energy was different the day before he was killed. Okay, the energy was very different. Okay, Tamara, I really feel Govan in that black seat. Oh, in the back seat. Pharmacy brat. This mess with Govan reminded me of O.J. Simpson. You claim you didn't do it, found not guilty, then running your cap, because you can't be tried for the same crime twice. And what they end up doing to O.J. Simpson, they framed O.J. Simpson, though. They ended up trying to say O.J. Simpson robbed some folks for his memorabilia bag. Now, a bunch of crap. They did O.J. dirty. I'm going to tell y'all something. When I was young, when I was in junior high school, that O.J. Simpson trial was going on. I was so fascinated with that trial. When I would be at school, I would go in the library with my library teacher. She would be looking at it on TV. I'll go in there during my lunch break. She'll let me sit in there with her and look at it. I would have my mama to that time we had VCRs, and we could record, while we were at work. And at school, I would have my mama to record the trial. It was so weird. Y'all, O.J. Simpson was so handsome. I had a crush on him. He was tall and dark. On One We Go says, yes, you can be tried twice, state and federal. Yeah, I think a lot of people don't know that. Now, the attorneys be fighting hard on that. They do. They can fight it. But I told y'all, I don't necessarily believe that they would try to try Govan on federal charges, because as it relates to Young Dolph, because I think Govan has so much other. I think they feel like I think Govan, they might think he got enough dirt on him from doing other stuff that he was never charged for. You just never know who talking. These people be talking against each other. Yeah, hit the like button. I'm gonna get ready to open up the phone lines too. Hold on, you all. I'm getting ready to open up the phone lines. Okay, you guys. So I'm getting ready to put the number up, and you all can call in. Be respectful. I mean, regardless of what you think, we respect that. You could call in with your opinion. Just don't be disrespectful, okay? Have some respect. But your opinion is definitely appreciated. You don't have to agree with me or anything like that. So the lines are open. The number is 901 501 7975. What's up, Ace? What's up, She Johnson? Hey, Clarinet. There's a lot of people in here I didn't see. Dub JJ 901-501-7975. And y'all, I feel like the FBI is working hard to solve these, especially the ones that are connected to like these industry players in the Memphis area. Memphis has, sticks out like a sore thumb as it relates to some of these industry, these unalivings, these very publicized unalivings that's got a lot to do with the people, well, at least appears to have something to do with the industry. Okay. But the number is 901-501-7975. You all call in. Okay. And give us your opinion on what you all think is going on. Because I feel like that video that they dropped on I feel like that video was just, garbage. How you gonna call somebody a serial K? Okay, that's the exact same thing that Govan's attorney calls Stupid Duke, a serial K. But you all hit the like button also. Make sure you guys please like, share, and subscribe, okay? Please like, share, and subscribe. And hold on. The number is 501-7975. You all can call in. Hold on one second, you all. Hold on. Hold on, you all.
Shot like you dead over there.
Get a conversation with the boss.
He finna die? Yeah, I sure see him on the land. Laying down over there. Huh? Big Juke dead. Hey, for real? Big Juke. Whoa. Yeah, I see him over there. It's a what is a birthday?
Okay, so that's raw footage. He says the other guy laying out there with the dreads, he was laying out there. Okay, but he was not on a, he was still alive, but he was hit though.
What, a repass or a birthday party? Oh, he both ain't repaid. Hey. Shootout. That's what they said. Hell no.
It's a nice truck right there.
Yeah, he finna clear the lot now. All right, bro.
If you do not disperse, you may be arrested.
Man, they kicked us up, man. Y'all see this? We stupid.
Yeah. Rest in peace to Duke. I hate that. you know. But that was raw footage of what had just happened before people started doing the AI and all of that. Blackwood News got raw footage also. He was out there the whole, I think he got out there when they started making them, pushing people back over across the street. Okay. And um, because it seems to me that guy was on the street. He was saying that they could see the other guy that had been hit with juke, which a guy with dreads. Um, he said we see the guy with dreads just laying out there. Okay. So he had been hit too. So whoever it was a guy with some dreads. And they said that they knew that Big Juke was unalive. So um Govan's next court appearance is August 18th, so he won't be releasing. Right. So that's what I said. They're keeping him for 2 months. He'll be in there for 2 months before he gets another court date, unless his attorneys are able to get like an immediate court date or something like that. But 2 months is not that far off, but I'm sure it is for him, because 2 months is a long time to sit in jail for somebody that's sitting in jail. Okay. But I like I said, it's this is more. I think his attorney. Thank you, Duran, for the $10 super sticker. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Y'all make sure y'all hit the like button. The phone line is open. Like I said, if you all want to call in, I know a lot of you all are at work. I ain't have to work today. Praise the Lord. Today is a holiday. It's the Juneteenth. Okay. Um, it says homecoming. Back looking at the news from this morning. Don't quote me just yet. I will send it. Okay. Does he have the option to order out food like he did? I don't think he has the option. They don't do that in federal prison. Not unless it's something they just started with being able to order on the outside and having food brought to you on the inside. Because I'm gonna be honest, um, one of those jailers told me that when Govan was in jail down at 201 Poplar, he never ate jail food a day in his whole time he was there. He had food ordered in every single day. He said every single day he had food ordered in. I don't know if they're able. I don't think they do that in the feds. And they try to wonder why all the contraband be coming in the jail and 201. Um Emerald as well. Govan was acting wild and doing too much. His attorney is putting out a narrative that he was drunk. Okay, he was drunk and he lost control and didn't realize what he was doing. So I bet you what they're gonna try to do is he'll admit that he was drunk, and he might say that he's an alcoholic and it has been getting out of control, and his attorney is going to recommend try to get him to be going to AA, Alcohol Anonymous, and all of that. I'm sure that he could stay out as long as he does not contact the young lady, and as long as he doesn't go to, and as long as he goes to Alcohol Anonymous. I think that's the narrative that they're trying to push. So, yeah, make sure y'all hit that like button for me. Make sure you guys please like, share, and subscribe. Okay. Hold on. Did somebody call? Okay, nobody called. Let me put the number back up. If you all want to call in, the number is 501-7975. Okay. And you all can call in. Let's see who it was that called me. Y'all run them likes up for me. Hold on, you all. Child, I don't know what they got going on right there. Hey, Patrick. Hold on, y'all. Let me see something. Hold on, y'all. Okay, you guys. I'm back. Um. Hold on, y'all. Hold on 1 second. Be quiet, please. Okay, guys, I'm back. He says, okay, wonder, do he know anything? Hey, Diane, good morning. They say he might be still recovering. I think he's got bigger fish to fry. I think Govan is more so worried about his attorneys. His attorney letting you know that what they're doing is in their eyes is very unusual. And I think they're getting prepared for whatever rabbits that the government is getting ready to pull out. I think they're getting prepared for that. I think that's what they're getting prepared for. I do think that Govan should be worried. Now, here's the thing, when he gets out, because the truth says when he gets out, he don't think he's gonna, be doing these interviews and stuff anymore. He's gonna be very careful about what he says in the interviews. But if he gets out, if he ain't gonna bring the heat in the interviews, that is how he makes his living. That's how he makes his living. So how is he going to make money if they're not able to ask him certain questions? If he's charging $2,500, $5,000 for these interviews, how is he gonna make money if he can't talk about certain things? Says, I hate how people blaming the government. These government ain't make him threaten that woman. No, right. The government did not make him threaten the lady. It's pretty obvious. And I mean, she offered to pay him his in text. She offered to pay him his money or give him his money, and he said he didn't want it. He wanted to do whatever it was that he was doing. He said he humiliated the law, and now the law sliding on him. Yeah. So, they cannot blame Young Dolph family. I think Young Dolph's family has been very graceful. They basically stay out of the media, grieved in silence. They have definitely shown a lot of support to Young Dolph, especially in the back, because his sisters and stuff didn't want to be on camera. I was when that trial was going on, not Govan's trial, but when I believe, was it Govan's trial? It might have been Govan's trial. When Govan's trial, it was either Govan's trial or Straight Drop's trial was going on. Young Dolph, one of those cameramen or one of those news medias tried to take a picture of Young Dolph's sister, and she got very loud with him. She was respectful, but she was mad as hell. She says, I am totally offended. You could hear her all the way down on the other floor. She was mad as hell. And he kept apologizing. She said, no, I am offended. He said, I'm sorry. But he was wrong to take a picture of that girl. What's up, Cypress?
What going on?
So what's up? What you want them to free your boy? He says, I would have stopped that B from having any conversation to say about my family.
Yeah, what going on?
What's up? I said you want them to free your boy?
Who they quit?
Yeah.
Yeah, man, let them come on home. We can make some beds.
Well, I mean, you gotta be honest. Nobody set Quet up. Nobody set him up.
You said nobody set him up?
Nobody ain't set Quet up. He did that to himself.
Nah, I ain't said nobody set him up. They need to let him come on home, man, so we can make some good beds around here.
But my thing is, he did it to himself.
Yeah, I do think he said a little bit too much.
Well, I think he wanted it out. He wanted to put something into the atmosphere.
Here is the problem, though. If they did, and you the only one alive, and you put yourself there, bad spot, son, bad spot.
I don't know. He didn't really clarify if they was dead or if they was in jail.
I ain't piss you off yet, Swiss B. You know, I'm just saying, let them man. It's all about nothing. It's just little arguments and spats and threats and a little bit of nothing. Let the man come on home, man.
Oh Well, it looked like he gonna get you. He trying to solve your boy murder for you, Jug.
I think that's a bad deal, man. Y'all let that go and let that be, cause they gonna start a whole new time in the streets that they really don't want, man. Let it go, yo.
What you mean he's gonna start something in the streets? Hell, you think God and him don't know what happened to his brother? If it
You
was,
said, do I think gotta know what?
I think God didn't know what happened to his brother.
With all that head he got, he should.
Says he thought he was above the law. Well, I mean, what I think the young lady is definitely scared. She ain't clout chasing because she ain't been on that NAM podcast or nothing. And I'm sure people got her name. She ain't trying to be on that. I think that girl just want to be left alone.
Vlad, cut her check, Vlad. Go ahead.
Well, she probably don't need to go on Vlad either because I think I don't think she need to go on nothing. She just need to go to court and probably try to. While the quit in jail, she need to move.
No, she don't need to go to no court. But now look, we all in the arguments went back and forth. But I know I have. Except for the threat parts, I ain't never did that. But like we all in the argument went back and forth, man. It's all about nothing, man. Let that man come on home, man.
Greyface says he bet Govan being interrogated every day for stuff he possibly know. Yeah. I mean, with the way that he was talking, I don't think he got no issues with telling whatever it is that he knows. He wanted to tell it. What you think about him saying? He said it several times that Teasy was. Did you hear him? Was it on his page, or was it? Did he do an interview? I think when he used to get on his YouTube all the time.
That was in the chat. We were yeah, I seen that. Yeah.
What, when he was talking about Teasy?
Yeah, I was surprised he actually spoke on that, but yeah, he did.
Yeah, he said people don't need to be trying to take credit for what happened to Teasy. Teasy wasn't killed by no ops. He said it was friendly fire. Folks, if wasn't he on his YouTube channel?
No, it was on the Facebook. I was in that chat. It was on Facebook.
He said Teasy was killed by friendly fire. He was killed by friends. I mean, you can't get no more
and he also said in one of them interviews that people need to quit trying to take credit for Juke for some shit that they didn't do, which I thought he shouldn't have said that.
Absolutely, he sure said it. He said they trying to take credit for Juke, and they ain't did. And he was talking about the other, what he called the other side. He said they ain't did none to Big Daddy. They trying to take credit for that. That's how you know, like, if it had been the other side, Quet would have been said something about them. He would have been said they did it.
Yeah, I feel like he should have said that. And he also said, because here's the thing. If you was there and these two niggas are gone, you gotta carry that. So like you gonna take everything down.
Look, didn't he say the first time he said they asked him where he was at when Juke was killed? Where he say he was at the first time?
He said he was around the corner. Some more stuff you shouldn't have said.
He said I was on the next street. Then when Ratchet asked him, he said he was what I was driving down Getwell. What in the hell on Getwell? Not nothing. Because I mean, how you know where you was at? I mean, I don't be remembering. You remember stuff like that? I don't know. I wasn't there. I don't know where I was at.
No, I'm not saying it's okay to threaten women. I'm saying that we all have had arguments with women. Well, I know I have had arguments and disagreements with women. I never came to no threatening, but I have been in arguments and stuff like that with women, but it never came to threatening. Now, I'm not saying the threatening is cool, but I mean, we all done had arguments with women. every man has been with a woman that had an argument dispute with women. That comes with the territory of dealing with women because most women are hard headed. They ain't gonna listen to nobody.
I know I'm not. I mean, not unless it's my man and I respect him, you know. But of course, I'm not gonna be with a man that I don't respect. I'll listen to him. I mean, I'll listen to him. And if he feel a certain way about something, I gotta respect him and love him and like him. Okay, love him and like him because you can
That
love
too much.
somebody.
I just say forget that. Hell, yeah.
And I mean, if I feel strongly about it, I won't. He was like, I don't think you should do that, baby. I really do from the abundance of my heart. I respect that. And then if I really just want to do it, I'll just go behind his back and do it so he won't know.
Don't you know? Don't you know it's spin the block?
What's spin the block?
You go behind the back, it gonna come back, and you gonna be the forgot you went behind the back, and then you gonna do it in front of them. I thought I told your ass not to do that.
I don't know. When I have burning in my soul, I just be wanting to do it. Um,
If she got burned in her soul, you gotta run, nigga. Run.
my dad used to say that when I used to say, okay. He would just look at me and shake his head when I would say, okay. He told my mama that she gonna do it anyways because she said okay. She said okay to calm. Switchby says it was more than an argument. He threatened her life and to post pics and vids. That's a crime. Yeah, you can't do
Yeah.
reviews.
No, 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 no. I'm not saying that. No, that ain't cool. All the threading and all that, that ain't cool. But when I never done that, I have had arguments with women because most women that I have dealt with is hard headed. They don't listen to no. They ain't going. So I get that part with the argument. Threatening, that ain't cool. Threatening women, nah, I ain't feeling that. But I mean, we all have had arguments with women, especially I have with women I dealt with. If I done dealt with, I done had problems. I say that.
I don't know. Do you think they building another case on him?
Hell, he built it doing their damn interview.
Lord have mercy.
Man, see what happened? He just struck the bed.
I don't know what to say, Cypress. Like I said, he can't say that nobody was out to get him because I don't think nobody has bothered him. I even think this I think he would listen. If you listen to his friends, he says that all of his close friends, he has been destroying relationships with them for no reason. So, I mean, it seemed like to me he ain't really. I think he decided that. I think Quip felt like people didn't mess with him the way he wanted them to mess with him when he was in jail. When he was going through the trial, and I think he wanted to strike everybody. I'm talking about. I don't know why he would do that to the truth though, because the truth rocked out with him.
Yeah, he did. Now I ain't gonna say people didn't want him. I feel like they couldn't catch him. But yeah, that's a different story. I ain't gonna tell that. I ain't gonna tell that lie. I ain't gonna say that anymore. I say they couldn't catch that nigga. That's what I said. Yeah.
Well, I don't know. It seemed like to me he just ain't. He ain't had because when he got mad at Flip, he got ready to tell everything. And then he say all the stuff I did for Flip. He put a lot of stuff out there about Flip, and he dared Flip. Flip just didn't say nothing.
Yeah. Yeah. He know what good for him. Now that wasn't needed, man. I feel like they could have left that way war between him. I think that him and Flip could have got on the phone and fixed it. And I still think that they can get on the phone and fix that.
Well, hey, Dwayne. Well, I tell you.
But we gonna find out if he ain't have no relationship or no dealing with people. We gonna come to the light.
Yeah, it's gonna come to the light.
Which I ain't gonna lie. I believe him as of now until further notice.
You believe who? Quit.
Yeah, I believe Quit when he said he ain't had no dealing with them. But right now, until I see further notice, I got to take your word on it.
Hmm.
But I haven't seen nothing to say, so I gotta take Quit word on it.
Well, they say he distancing himself to disappear. Yeah, but the people that did rock out with you, I think he decided he just wanted to eliminate all of everybody. I think he wanted to. I think he wanted to. Be. I think he was upset. I think he wanted to be around Lil Flip because I think Quet decided he wanted to just be. He wanted to be around all industry people. Because I was looking at a video. I believe it was yesterday or something like that. That Whack 100 did. I don't know if it was on Stan G show or something. Whack was on, and he says that Quet reached out to him and asked him to connect him to some people, and he said he did do it. So I think he wanted to build industry relationships, and he just started cutting everybody else off. But at the same time, why, I don't know. Maybe it just all has to do with he feel like people turn, because it's even with as far as, but you can't. He don't say nothing about Mr. N though. You never heard Quit mama murmur a word about N. Period.
But you know what he was gonna find out though in the end?
What?
Industry relationships are the worst relationships in the
They are,
world.
because they're absolutely phony. They ain't got no feelings, no loyalty. I mean, it's almost like people in the industry are robotic. It's strictly about leverage, getting leverage so that they can blackmail you, so that they can keep a pipeline to whatever resources you have. That's it. Blue Screw says because he was threatening Ian's mom and sister.
I suggest people just keep your friends you grew up with. The industry relationships are fair weather relationships anyway.
Yes, they are. Yeah, they're fair weather relationships. Um, it says he'll fit right in. I don't know. I'm surprised. Normally Mr. Ian will check on me. He ain't checked on me on Instagram.
He probably somewhere else. Gary making sure they're gonna win in the end.
That's the last thing Mr. Ian said. Mr. Ian said on my show, he said we always win in the end.
And boy, how that would turn out for you. But now, Switch
Ian said
B,
we always win in the end. The devil can never win. We win in the end. And I was like, dog, Ian be so smooth with it. I said, now it wanted to go over my head, but it just couldn't go over my head because he kept saying it.
what them the biggest devils are, the one that's smooth with it.
Mr. N real cool with it. I like Mr. N.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, he's somewhere guaranteed they winning in. Quit, you better get low, my nigga.
I like Mr. N. Mr. N, he didn't really say nothing bad about Quet though.
Yeah, well, that's a good thing.
When he got on there, he didn't really say nothing bad about him. Cypher said that's a good thing.
Positive vibe, what poppin'? Now switch be I'm not saying he's not guilty of a crime. What I'm saying is we haven't seen no evidence of him being we haven't seen no evidence of him doing business with people that he say he ain't doing business with.
Well, I mean, so why you think he said Yo Gotti need to have a conversation with him?
Now that is maybe he didn't want to tell them what happened to Jerry. Who knows?
Well, he said that him and B Mills like brothers. They cool. They airtight. How come B Mills is Juke's first cousin? Why he didn't tell him?
I'm quite sure he missed out to be me now. Cause I'm not sure you getting the voicemail now. That probably would have been your first bet to do, Quentin. Hit beat ma'am line, hit grip line, and they get you where you need to be.
You think Grip and Mims gonna talk to him now?
Hell no.
Shoot, Grip managed to keep a clean slate throughout this whole thing, and then Quit brings him up.
Yeah, well, in my opinion, he's the most respected one over there. In my opinion, I could be wrong, but he's the most coolest, quietest guy.
He went totally under the radar, totally, until Quit just brought him up. Because Head, B Mims, Zach Randolph, none of them have gone up under the radar, but Grip went up totally clean slate until Quit brings him up and talks about he reached out to Grip to get the Gotti.
Quit bringing up, put eyes on you, don't it? Lord have mercy, man. Lord have mercy.
They said cite not the voicemail.
Yeah, he getting the voicemail. He getting the receptionist. They guiding us like 3, 4, 5 different lines. Ain't not doing nothing.
Well, I tell you, I don't know. Like I said, all this stuff is interesting. I'm sure they get ready to bring Manny back. He said that they're gonna be the Manny charges. I mean, Manny always talking about he doing stuff for free.
I don't believe that, but yeah.
Well, I'm sure somebody gonna go and get some money soon.
Cause them room was like what, 5 racks for about a week or something like that.
Shoot, it's more. He have to bring his whole team.
Yeah, I say the receipts like 5 or 10 racks a week. Yeah, I think I have to pull a Finney and defend my goddamn self.
I tell you. Well, okay, so here's the thing. What was the purpose of him saying that Teasy was killed by friendly fire? That people that was close to Teasy killed him?
Because certain people asked that question in the chat.
Yeah, but why he say it? Ain't he cool with them Truly boys?
Yeah, he should be. I guess he wanted to. I guess he was comfortable with saying it.
Oh Lord, have mercy, Jesus! How you gonna be comfortable with saying that? I'm trying to figure out how they still hang out with him after he said that. Not unless they want the world to know.
I'm quite sure they don't, but hell, some of them probably don't know.
Well, that's true.
Hell, most of them look like they.
I think that was a very crafty move to say that.
Hell,
Was
most of them.
by friendly fire by people in his circle.
Yeah, most of them look like they
ran in the same circles.
Yeah, most of them look like they about in the 7th grade in the goddamn way, so they probably don't know.
Well, that helps the police. I'm sure that's gonna help the police. What's up, Derek?
Shout out to the truth of the bill. He said he just waiting. You right on time. We just get started. Truth. Let's go.
The truth. You want to come up? He don't want to come up. He be showing out sometimes. The truth. You want to come up?
When he don't want to come up, he can always call in.
Well, if he, yeah, that's true too. But if he come up, it can't be no. I don't know. He gonna have to. We just talking. We said we were just saying why is it that Quet felt what made Quet put out there that Teasy was killed by friendly fire. He was not killed by ops. He said Teasy was killed by friendly fire. He was killed by friends. That's what Quet said. Cypress is my witness.
I wonder who asked that question in that chat.
He said it another time before though. He says Teasy was not killed by ops.
That what that mean? It was by his own people.
Not unless he just talking. You think he was just talking?
Nobody's just talking just to be talking to know about this shit.
But then, but why would you put the eyes on the people around Teasy instead of the ops, though?
He putting it out there. He putting it out there. So just because he needs some leverage down the line, like maybe now he probably gonna need some leverage and he's gonna use it. The young one, the dumb one, he been around the block before.
Black Barbie says no one is stupid. Manny won that case because the prosecutors are idiots, and he done his homework and knew that they did not have a chance of winning that case. Because them prosecutors didn't do that. They didn't do no homework. I don't know what they were sitting in there doing. I really don't know. Sit there, just taking up air, really. Derek says he letting those who needs to know that if it comes down to it, he will use what he know, leverage and extortion. Oh wow. Oh, so that's what it is. But aren't they all cool? Why would he do that to people that he like run with? I'm talking about why would you do that though to people? Because don't him and Teasy run in the same circles? Sharon says Quit knew Teasy had told on him. I think he did Teasy. I believe this. I believe that energy was created to make it seem like, and I don't know who would have created this energy. I'm just saying that Teasy was telling on all the true love and all of the people around him. And straight dropping stuff. Teasy never told. Teasy was loyal. He was fiercely loyal, from my understanding, to straight drop. He never told on the True Mafia guys. They said he would not roll over and tell on any of them, but he gave them what they needed on Quit.
Here was the thing. Once he told on Quit, get what? He can go make it look like, man, that nigga finna throw everybody up under the bus. And that's gonna, yeah, that'll make them want to do it.
They said he wouldn't tell on Devin Burns. Because remember, he and Devin were persons of interest. Remember? They said he wouldn't tell on Devin. He wouldn't say nothing bad about. He wouldn't tell on Straight Drop. He wouldn't tell on none of them other Trula guys, but he did tell on Quit. Derek says they ain't cool. A lot of them boys mad at Quit. They love Drop. Oh my God. Dub JJ says Quit wants to get paid. That's why he wanted a conversation with Gotti.
God ain't gonna pay nothing but a woman.
As he should, if he would have. That's the only good thing he doing with his big bald head.
This would be said, why is his paperwork sealed? Same reason your paperwork would be sealed. If you knew too much. God ain't gonna pay nothing but a gal. Yeah. He ain't gonna get nothing. If he ain't a woman, he ain't a woman, he ain't gonna get tears to cry with.
That is weird. He brought up Kato 2 times as if him and Kato 2 times was cool, was friends, didn't it? He said he runs with Kato's uncle. He said Kato is a quiet dude. He said some stuff about Kato, as if him and Kato real cool. And he said that Kato will shake something.
And Kato, watch you. Watch out. And that's crazy within itself because he on a. And that's crazy within itself because he on the opposite side.
Well, him and Jizzle was really tight. I think they are still tight. So.
Yeah, I don't know, man. This is gonna get crazy in the end, y'all.
Greyface says he wonders how those Trula boys felt about teasing. I think for the most part, probably a lot of those ones that had been around him. I don't know though, because remember he pulled Devin Burn when Trap Lord Ross. He was on there with Trap Lord Ross, and he got Devin Burns on camera and put his voice on camera. That was weird. And he says to Devin, then he turned around and put him on. He put him on camera, didn't he? He put him on camera, and then he got Devin to admit that he was mad at TZ. He said, "T's a dirty motherfucker, ain't it, Devin?" I mean, he got Devin to admit that was something there with Teasy, and then he says, well, and Devin Burns, he said they tried, and this right here was real crafty. I said, dog, I wonder if Devin know what what, because he got it off of him. He said everybody tried to say I'm the head of Trula. He says, but this right here is who started Trula, him and a dude named J Money. I'm sure. I said, wow.
Oh my God.
So where people thought and then he turned around and says TZ had no heart to kill nobody. He said everything TZ know, Devin taught it to him. That wasn't throwing him up under the bus. I did.
Not if it's telling. Listen, not if it's telling the truth. I'm gonna say that. But at the same time, if the man gone, what's the point, bro? Just let it be.
Well,
True said he's scared of Devin. Who's scared of Devin, True?
he said just on Ratchet Channel the other day he brought up Devin. He said Tef, he called him Tef, don't it? He called him Tef or something. I think that's what they call Devin, Tef. He said Tef be flipping out every other day. But that's nephew though. Oh, he said Devin ain't gonna play no games with him. He really one of them ones. Oh. So
Yeah,
that's why he kind of stayed up under Devin, because he feels like Devin has
yeah.
influence over the other young dudes. And if he can manipulate, I'm just saying in general, if he can manipulate Devin, he can and keep Devin's loyalty. He knows that if the other young dudes look up to Devin, Devin can influence them to go and do dirt for him. Well, let me just say this. I don't want to believe that any of those dudes from Trula had anything to do with what happened to Teasy, especially being that, I mean, I was told that Teasy would not tell on like Devin Burns or none of those dudes from Trula, and he was fiercely loyal to Straight Drop. So why they wouldn't have a reason? Because if Teasy had told on Devin Burns, Devin would have been caught up. So I don't really. I mean, what reason? Why would they want to do anything to T? You know what I'm talking about? They wouldn't have a reason to want to do anything to him. So, like I said, and Cypress, I know you don't want to hear this. When Teasy was killed, Juke and Gotti started posting, talking about they was out of town.
well, if Friday the Gotti's always out of town. So I don't think Gotti had no dealings with Teasy, to be honest. Now, Juke I can't say, but I can almost for sure tell you, Gotti ain't had no dealings with dude.
Mm. Then Justice for Dolph allege he says, I don't know if it was Justice for Dolph. I have to say allegedly though. Was it Justice for Dolph that alleged that allegedly that they're saying that Bang Wayne did something to Teasy? Bang Wayne name, I never knew Bang Wayne was even was around Tula like that.
I never heard it. I ain't heard that, so I don't know.
I think Justice for Dolph got that on a video or something like that, but I don't know. I didn't know Bang Wayne. I thought Bang Wayne was from out of North Memphis. Really, I did. I didn't know that he lived like over there around Orange.
No, Bang Wayne from out that way.
Yeah, he lived over there around. I didn't know that.
He wasn't doing so good in the penitentiary where he had last we heard.
Derek says that Quet needs Tef on his side. Well, you have to be when people are scared of folks. You have to be careful when they scared of you, because they will kill you.
They'll kill you quick.
Especially if he says that Tef be flipping out one day. So I'm sure Devin, if he flipping out one day, every other day, he on an emotional roller coaster because something bothering him that he know ain't right. That's possible. So when people feel like you flip out every other day, he'll quit. I don't think it would be nothing for him to set him up, because he don't ever know what he might do.
Shout out to Bang Wang though, even though it ain't looking good for him right now, y'all. Cause last we heard Bang Wang, it wasn't all so good, y'all.
Oh, Bang Wang, I tell you. Bang Wang he would get he would put up pictures of, he would be meddling, but he never said a whole lot. He would just be meddling and trolling sometimes. But as far as doing videos, you didn't ever see him. I think he used to be messing with Big Moochie Grape sometimes, didn't it?
Under the rules, the company is
Yeah, I ain't mad at him for that.
every case immediately.
Shout out to Moochie Grape. We ain't seen Moochie Grape. Has he been posting?
I don't know. That might be a blessing.
Well, now Moochie hard.
Hard, but hard headed. I don't know. I ain't seen Moochie. That's a good thing. They quiet. They might be up for something good. Last I seen, his girlfriend was mad at him.
Who, Gucci? Moochie?
Yeah, his girlfriend was mad at him.
Well, she'll get over it.
She's from my hood, so she kind of crazy in a way.
These girls know what they be getting themselves into when they get with these rappers.
Yeah, man. If the nigga got some money, you is not gonna be the only woman, baby. So quit thinking that.
He says, "Why was quit solo in the fight, but 6 people multi-card deep for interview?" I don't know. Who was he 6 deep with? What interview was that?
When it came to Ratchet.
Probably because he didn't know Ratchet had been talking about it. Maybe he didn't know what Ratchet was on, so he brought 6 people.
Yeah, as soon as the man get locked up, Ratchet talking shit about the damn man.
No, he did that before he got locked up. Now, in defense to Ratchet, now Ratchet did that before he got locked up.
Oh, see, I didn't catch that. I just saw when he did when he did the reaction video to the interview he did with Quit. I thought he talking shit about the man. How the man locked
Remember,
up.
he posted on his page like the next, like right when he said Quit admitted to me that he took out Big Jook. I hollered.
And I thought he was bugging, but when I went to go listen to it, I said, "Oh."
I guess a lot of people feel like that. I guess to them it would sound like, I don't know, that when he says one of them, where we at? Didn't he say that or something? Mm-hmm.
Yep. And Ratchet was scared of hell because you know what? The only person that was in there with him and him. He's like, he breathing the same earth. That's right there. Ratchet like, oh shit.
Maybe he was trying to scare Ratchet. You think he was trying to scare Ratchet?
Yeah, I think he was trying to scare Ratchet. It looked like he was telling the truth too. Well, at least the police believe he was telling the truth. They went got his ass.
Hmm. Um, he keeps saying that's how he knows how to move, and that's why everybody down there, nothing happens to him. Then he gets in a fight. I think that was a play or set up by Quit. Hmm.
He basically, I don't know. I ain't gonna say that, but I don't know. Y'all could be on to something in the chat.
Hmm. He said, yeah, because Ratchet been in the YouTube streets talking. I mean, but he said that he had gotten all the video. It wasn't a secret. Even when he went there before he took that interview, he just wanted that money. It wasn't. I mean, it wasn't a secret because about how vocal Ratchet was about when he was covering the Young Dolph case. So Quet had all that knowledge before he ever even got there.
Yeah, but I think he's in a bad spot though.
Hey, Pat. Well, I won't be surprised if Teasy's on the live and does not get um
But what if they don't go get the age that y'all think they should get? Then what? Y'all think this will be all for nothing?
you said what if they don't do what now?
What if they don't go to the very top? How y'all think they should go? So y'all think this will be all for nothing?
No, I think they're intended to get everything they can get on the way to the top. That's why they started with Quet. Because he seems to have been I listen, Quit is a street dude. Quit been out in the street for over 20 years or 30. You really believe Quit is gonna speak out what he speaks out without knowing that people are looking? He gets thousands of people. Ratchet has a pretty big platform.
Facts.
So you think he didn't know?
Yeah, I think he know.
I do too. So he had to have known. I think that's why I say, and nobody, he's got a pretty strong, he's pretty strong willed. Nobody made him get on there and say that. Quit wanted that out.
Yeah.
He wanted out that stuff about Juke, and he wanted out that stuff about teasing. Now, when Juke was killed, now people was noticing. A lot of people was going to Teasy's page and saying rest in peace to Teasy the day that Juke was killed. You don't think that's weird?
You said what now?
The day that Juke was killed, people was noticing that a lot of people was going to Teasy's page saying rest in peace to Teasy the day Juke was killed.
Well, we know it all went hand in hand. Notice, I said I never believed that Gotti was involved, but that by far that would go.
Because if you think about it, with Quit knowing the seating arrangements of the people, all the people that was in the car, and all of the people Derek says the same ghost got both of them, Teasy and Juke. The same ghost. So the same people took out Teasy and Juke.
Same ghost.
Oh Lord. Whoever it is, Quit wanted to be known. Whoever it is, he wanted to.
Stan G in the building.
Stan G?
Stan G, pull up, call in.
And I'm telling you, remember, I remember Cypress before this even happened. Remember, I told you, I called you that day. I said, Quit did that interview, and my friend that worked for the PD called me and said that he saw the interview. Remember, I told you that? I said, I shouldn't talk about it no more. This was before all of this happened.
Yeah, I remember. We talked about it.
Yeah, I said he called me. I said he high ranking. So why would he be looking at? He said he saw Ratchet interview. Why would he be looking at a vlog as high ranking as he is? But he wanted me to know that he had looked at. This is before all this. Like this is like what was it like the day before all the shit hit the fan? And he didn't say nothing, but the Govan guy in the Young Dolph case, he did an interview saying he knew who killed Big Juke. He said he told y'all in the interview one of the people. If he said one of the people, I didn't hear him. Or I didn't know who it was.
I gotta go back and go listen to it, True.
He said in Ratchet interview one of the people. I looked at that interview several times. I didn't hear him say nobody. He just said he knew who it was and he knew the seating arrangements of it.
When you say he saw,
because I don't know who killed. I don't know who killed. I still don't know who killed Big Juke. It's been a lot of rumors out there, but even with Teasy, but Quit kind of narrowed it down. I mean, I think people thought that what happened to Teasy had something to do with paper route, but Quet says that it was friendly fire. People that he says people that was in Teasy's circle killed him. And I ain't thought it might be still on his page. Cypress says, because I remember seeing it. He talked about Teasy twice. He was on, it probably was on his Facebook that time. He said verbatim, Teasy's death was friendly fire. Didn't he say that?
Yeah. You said that.
And that shocked me. He said those who know heard it loud and clear. See, that means I don't know, stuff be going over my head. Because see, I don't know these kids. I don't know these guys in the street. So if he said something, it went over my head. And if I go, I don't want to go back and look at it because it'll frustrate me because I still ain't gonna be able to pick up on it. What's up, Steven? Oh, he said, oh, maybe he said himself. Steven, you might be right. So is he himself? The truth? Did he mention himself?
Yeah, he kind of threw himself in the mix of it. I've been saying that for the longest.
That's why was he talking about himself? Like Steven said. Well, he said that the person that's out is where me and you at breathing. Didn't he say that?
Yeah, and the only person that could be with him because I was the only person in the room with him and Rex.
Let me pull that up. That little snippet. I can't find it. Why I can't find that little snippet Ratchet put out on Facebook? Because it was all over the Facebook. Ratchet TV. I just looked at that. Ratchet TV. That little snippet that Ratchet had put out. I wonder why I can't find it. I don't see it.
I missed that part, Truth. I gotta go back and go listen to that, Truth. Take it to the ladies.
I don't see it. The Truth said no, not himself. Everybody say he talking about himself. Maybe he is, because I didn't hear him bring up nobody else's name in that interview. Lord knows I didn't. He just said he knew who killed Jug, and he knew who was driving. He knew who pulled the trigger. He knew who was on the passenger side. He knew who jumped in the back seat. So somebody send me Steven, send me a snippet of that the clip Ratchet did with him from Facebook. Send it to me for because I looked at that on Facebook. I don't know why I can't find it no more. Maybe Ratchet took it down, but I just looked at it. I thought, I don't know.
I think it's still on my page. I don't know. I know I still cannot. Yeah.
If it's on your page, send it to me on Facebook because I got my Facebook open.
Hold on. Let me go. I'll be right back. Let me go check.
He said he was talking about the brother because why does he need to have a conversation with? Oh, y'all trying to say Yo Gotti? Because that's who he talked the most about. So is that who he maybe? Was he talking about he talked the most about Yo Gotti? I don't know. For some reason, I don't believe Yo Gotti had nothing done to his brother. Maybe that's my naivety, but look, I just don't believe that Yo Gotti had anything done to his brother. He said he only mentioned Hot and Teth. He said OG took out Juke. Tef not in OG and Hot not crazy like that. I didn't hear him mention Hot in that interview. I didn't hear him mention Hot in the interview at all. Really? Hey, Paige T Clean. She says Go Man done talked so much that he talked his way into an interrogation. I didn't hear him. The only thing I heard him say about Devin Burns was that Tef be flipping out every other day, but that's nephew still. I still love him though. And he mentioned, he talked about Yo Gotti. Yes. He said Yo Gotti, if he was Yo Gotti, he would have a conversation with him. But I'm still not convinced that Yo Gotti had his brother taken out. I'm not convinced. I'm not. So I feel like Yo Gotti low down, dirty big head, okay? Because he was wrong to do what they did to Dolph. But I ain't convinced that big head had his brother taken out. I'm just not convinced of that. I don't believe he did. I believe he loved his mama and his sister too much to do that. He says, I don't think Gotti had anything to do. Yeah, I don't think Gotti had anything. I can't believe I'm saying this. Oh my God. Lord, check my temperature. But I'm not convinced that he had anything to do with his brothers on Alignment. I really do believe he needed his brother. Who else was going to be the liaison between him and the streets? Oh, he said, tell Tam to check her phone. Steven, I asked you to see if Ratchet had video from Facebook. I guess I'm gonna just have to play it from.
What did that have anything to do with Dolph?
Did what?
Juke being killed.
Of course.
And you believe it was the other side that did it, or you know?
I know. I know who killed you. I know the person that pulled the trigger. I know the person that was on the passenger side.
How many people were it?
3.
And them 3 probably couldn't do an interview.
What happened? Is that all? That's it? I don't know.
Two of them couldn't.
So who's the third one? Where's he at?
Same place where we are, breathing and enjoying air.
He went ghost.
He doing what he do.
I got you. So if Chuck was,
Yeah, he did say somebody got shot behind Juke death.
if
He
Chuck
said
never,
somebody got
deserve more for
killed,
what you
didn't
paid
he?
me, dog.
well, you giving me, you talking about nigga, you giving me that shit. Like,
Okay, let's get to it.
do you think Chuck would have been in jail if he was still alive?
Of course.
So, what did that have anything to do with Dolph?
Did what?
Chuck being killed.
Of course.
And you believe it was the other side that did it, or you know?
I know.
I don't know what you think. So he's saying two of them already been taken out. Y'all think two of them already been laid down? Okay, well, they said I was thinking he was saying two of them were in jail, but folks in the chat says that he said two of them been killed already. Hmm. Hmm. He says Claiborne Ferguson is my attorney. He has a lot of connections. He used to be a judge. I wonder how he got him. Mm-hmm. Hold on one second. Hold on, let me see. Now it says that he ran for judge, but he lost in the race. Claiborne Ferguson, he actually ran for judge back in 2010, but he actually lost to Bobby Carter. It says, well, one, but he is a top rated attorney. He is a high, He's a high profile attorney. They are master litigators for sure. And he's expensive. And Claiborne says that they may be calling in Manny to come and help them with this. So that's a whole lot of money being spent on lawyers. I wonder how he paying for it. Also, the alive one is a ghost, and Big OG in the street with a lot of bodies. I doubt anybody would dare call his name. The alive one is a ghost. I don't know who that is. The alive one is a ghost. He sat in the chair temporarily because his assistant had to handle something for me while he was temporarily served. Okay. Derek, don't let me find out you used to be in the streets, or you in the streets too. I mean, which it wouldn't be no problem. I'm just saying. You sounded more and more like you used to be out there in them streets too, Derek. Alabama Dread says, them 3-letter boys got Govan right where they want him at, doing all that talking on these podcasts for clout and attention. With him getting Clay, he must be still getting that support. Justice for Dow says Claiborne is an alcoholic. Wait a minute. Justice for Dolph, Lord. I didn't even know Justice for Dolph had came in here. Lord, somebody done woke up Justice for Dolph. He says Claiborne is an alcoholic. That's why he used the alcohol excuse from his own experience. Lord have mercy. Lord, they done woke up Justice for Dolph. Jacqueline says, the streets tell the police everything. Alabama said, but let me say this: Govan can't go and say that nobody did this to him. Ain't nobody told nothing on Govan. Nobody went to the except for the young lady, and because she was fearful. But as far as all of this talking, Govan wanted to do this. Nobody made him do this. This is something that he wanted to do for some reason. Nobody got him caught up. He got himself caught up. That's for sure.
What we learn from that is it's okay to step the hell up.
He says, of course, Native Hot. Is it Native or Naive Hot? Still supporting him until Quet gets him indicted. Justice for Dow says Claiborne is actually an alcoholic. I had a few his clients reach out. Alabama Dreadboy says Govan told on himself. I'm just saying, why people feeling sorry for a dude that think he bigger than the program. Jacqua says some people volunteer to be informants. And Justice for Dow says Claiborne be framing his own clients. It's good if Quit got him. Oh my God.
Jessica, now why you so hard on Quit, man?
He said the attorney is an alcoholic.
Majority of them are. Ain't that right? Old slick head downtown. old slick head downtown trying to break up fights. You gotta move faster than that, man. Ain't
Lord have mercy. I tell you.
nobody should want to be bigger than the devil. Who the fuck want to be bigger than the devil just for though?
He says he thought since he got off for the murder, he got comfortable and started talking a lot. They say he involuntarily. Stephen says Claiborne never said Quet wasn't guilty. He simply stated he thinks the charges are suspicious and implied this is get back for doubtful acquittal.
Well, of course it is. We know what it is. Listen, bro. Oh, common sense and obvious ain't coming no more. You beat a high profile case, you get the hell on about your business. You don't call a keep coming back to the place where you can beat this high profile case. And eventually make an example out of your dumb black ass and keep going back.
On one we go, say he about to tell it all. Now, I think he was at the tipping point of telling it anyways. When you say that Teasy was not killed by ops, it was friendly fire. He was killed by his crew. Ain't that telling it? That narrows it all the way down.
Boy, with 10 more minutes on.
Be on his page. He giving them a alley hoop.
I think 10 more minutes on Ratchet TV, that would have been real tragic for everybody.
But the truth said the same person that took out, the same people that took out Juke took out Teasy. Allegedly. And Quet said that Teasy was killed by his friends. So is it safe to say that Teasy friends killed Juke too? That's the only way Quet would know the seating arrangements. Stupid Duke them ain't messing with Quet. They wouldn't let Quet know nothing about them.
Sound like according to the seating arrangement, he arranged the goddamn seating arrangement because he know all the shit.
Derek says Clay was good for me. I got pulled over with several pounds of marijuana, and he got the judge to get my felony charges dropped. And all I had to do was drug class. He trying to get I told you that's what he trying to do. He trying to get Quet to go to Alcohol Anonymous or whatever for being an alcoholic.
I'm gonna keep it real. I wouldn't even want to see the streets of Memphis again.
Andy Man says he's saying it came from inside both of their own circles. Steven says Trula ain't got no friends, just different levels of dummies within. Sharon says Quet was in that. Sharon says Quet was in. Y'all think Quet was in the car when they took out Good?
Hey, if you know all the seating arrangement, you arranged that shit. She was in the back seat, probably bumping some but no telling. Eating your favorite snack, waiting for this shit to crash.
Y'all think Quet was in the back seat? Now his story did change now because I was listening to him. They asked him where was he at when Juke was killed. He said he was on the next street. Ratchet asked him where he was at when Juke was killed. He said, well, I was driving down Getwell.
With some
Getwell ain't
Popeye.
the next street.
Get with some Popeye chicken, wait for the shit to get the call, and this nigga's out of here.
Did he say that? He said he knows who hopped in the car after they shot Juke. Really? I didn't hear him say that. Did he say that?
I ain't hear him say that.
I didn't hear him say that.
Man, it's a lot. It's a lot of questions people need to be asking that I don't hear nobody asking. Like, who took the goddamn picture? Who sent it out? How did this nigga know the season arrangement?
Derek said he wasn't in the car. He said Quit wasn't in the car. Nika says it wasn't. If he wasn't, he might as well have been with all the soccer he doing. Justice Vidal said Quit definitely wasn't in the car. Well, people came to the conclusion that he was in the car.
When is not being quiet not good enough? When it being quiet is not good enough for you.
Steven says a lady took the photo. Well, she got to be an old barbaric something to be sitting around taking photos of folks like in those type of circumstances. That's evil.
Okay, that's fine. I'm gonna go with the photo. Next question. Any more questions, y'all?
Greyface says, I think Teddy may have the source of Juke photo. Oh. Justice Vidal says Quit knows the person who pulled the trigger real well. Why would he say that though? It's got to be like Derek said. Is he blackmailing him? Because I mean, and when you cool, because when his energy was different when he first got out. He said the streets knew, and with the way how solemn he was, how hard he swallowed and stuff, his energy, I was like, he cool with whoever it was that took Juke. He know these people, and he's interacting with these people. He was very careful, but now he's not. What he said on Ratchet, he couldn't be. In order for him to know the seed, that means he's whoever these people was told him what happened. He got to know he was going to be questioned. If I mean, if one MPD officer was listening to it, a lot of them were.
Y'all told him y'all fucked up. Y'all going to jail if y'all ain't going to hell. It's like this, man. He said that the police knew and the streets knew. Why not leave it like that? Because the police had no intention on solving this shit. You leave it alone.
Justice Vidal said, "Quit blackmailing the guy." I mean, but when you talk about about unalive and who put it's gotta be Juke's murder is high profile and Teasy's was too, really. And so now you're starting to talk about it, so it's gotta be leverage over somebody that you was once cool with.
Think about it. Mr. N, you ain't far off neither. But I will say this. If he said the streets know, the police know, You leave that at that because obviously the police don't have intentions on ever solving this shit. You leave it alone. They didn't even care about solving this shit.
But now they gotta no, I'm gonna tell you what he did. That it's gotta be solved now. Quit been out there long enough to know they gotta solve it now. He put that out there like that. It's got to be solved. You know, Makita's Cookies is not in Orange Mound. It's somewhere. It's close to Orange Mound. Y'all, who in here from Memphis? What's the area of where Makita's Cookies is at? It's not Orange Mound. It's something else. Is it the Grove? It's
Bethel
not the
Grove.
Grove.
No, Bethel Grove. No,
Makita's Cookies is in. It's not Orange Mound. It's up the street from Orange Mound, but it's called the Grove or something. I can't
Bethel Grove. Bethel Grove on the other side.
Oh yeah, that's what it's called. Bethel Grove. That's what it's called.
Okay. Yeah, that's right. That's right. All that run right there together. Like I got Lamar right there. All that run together.
Yeah. Orange Mountain is up the street. It's on up the street from there. About what 4 or 5 minutes, maybe, give or take.
Yeah, cause I forgot. Yeah.
He says the back end of Bethel Grove. Yeah, I think that's what that little community is called, Bethel Grove. She's ain't man say it's the third world. They call it the third. Jock says I was 2 minutes away from where Dolph was taken out at. I tell you, I bet you they hate the day they took that young man out. But Quet is on a mission. Quet is like he's on a vengeance. Like I don't know who I don't know, maybe going through that trial changed him. He feel like people weren't messing with him like he thought or something. I don't know. But that's a serious thing. I don't know. Maybe he feel like people turned their back on him when he was going through what he went through, and these people that he know took out folks, he's gonna put them in situations that he was in so that they could see how he felt. I don't know. I don't know. Hey, straight to the point. He says from catch him to Dwight to Pendleton, back up, catch him. T Baby says from one side to the third. It's the third. Wait a minute, she says from one side. It's the third. The end they're on is Bethel Grove.
Straight to the point, what popping, brother. But yeah, man, we shall see what this come down to, man. Hey, look,
Hey,
sometimes we
Latoya.
just gotta stay quiet, y'all.
I've been on 2.5 hours. Justice for Dow says, Great Face, yep, and they knew their start. Y'all, how come it's going over my head? Who, please, can y'all give me a hint? Or maybe I don't need to know. Because I've looked at that video a couple times. I ain't heard him say nobody's name other than Yo Gotti. A whole lot.
Well, that's because you want to listen. He just said he need to have a conversation with you with it. In his hands, he would.
Oh, she said they think that he changed when he started hanging with Charleston. I don't know, because I think he was when he did them. I don't know. It seemed like to me he was saying a little. No,
Who was Reese? What's the name, Jennifer Dove?
he said Roderick Kelly, aka Hot, aka Mr. Codes. He called Tiff name and Reese name. Really? I'm gonna have to go back and listen to it. Justice for Dog says none of those three fit Juke killer description. Right, because Devin Burns have blonde braids and stuff. That definitely would have stood out. You see what I'm talking about? Like, I think that would have stood out. Whoever these people were, they blended right in.
What's on your mind, line?
Oh, if anybody I forgot I had the lines open. Anybody want to call in, y'all could call in. The number is up there, 901-501-7975. Y'all can call in.
What y'all waiting on? Call in so I can tell y'all how wrong y'all live. Let's go. Especially you, Jennifer, because I was waiting on you.
Some people probably at work listening.
Yeah, shout out to y'all. But I'm waiting on you to call in, Jennifer. Dog. Make my day, Jennifer. Dog. They Friday. Make my day, Jennifer. Dog.
Y'all, the number is 901-501-7975. Y'all call in. Tell me what y'all think about this thing. Give me your opinion. And this is a safe place to speak your opinion. Don't be disrespectful, okay? We know how to say things and be respectful to each other. We know how to agree to disagree and move on, okay? But call in, and I don't know what it is. Be when I get off, that's when people want to call. I don't answer when I get off.
She sure don't.
I don't answer when I get off.
I'm just playing. I don't call dummy numbers. I call real line. But no, y'all can talk. Y'all can talk. Y'all know it in the chat. I don't think Emerald woke yet. Emerald ain't woke yet to block y'all. Yeah, y'all talk y'all shit in the chat. Emerald ain't woke up yet to block y'all.
Oh my goodness. Derek says, why are you throwing me under the bus? I don't know nothing. He said nose.
Hey, no, my nigga Truth don't know nothing. He just know quick.
Big Pressure says, I think he burnt the Fed's case, so they burnt him. So who is his brother Nose? He called his brother Nose. Y'all heard a lot of things I didn't hear in that interview. Lord, I guess I got it because I ain't hear him call nobody name. No. I ain't heard him say none of them names.
Well, he never just said they did no crime. He just called their name. Nose, according to Quick, got the car lot. That's where he be at.
Oh, okay. He got a car lot?
Yep.
Okay. Um, they're saying that he did name people in the interview, but it went over a lot of our heads. It went over a lot of our heads because I ain't heard him name nobody in the murders. I didn't. I saw him in. He did a lot of insinuations. He dangled it out there to let it be known that he knew what he knew, but I didn't hear him call nobody name. I'm Wait a minute. Let me go back and listen to
He
because I
did
listened
say
to that
no,
little
that
part
kind of
a
line.
lot of times. I ain't heard him say that. I guess I don't be paying attention like I should. Hold on. Let's see. Ratchet TV. And it was close to the end, right? That little snippet close to the end.
I can't remember.
Hold on. Let's see.
Seriously, just one cat per mop. Bliss leaves.
I can tell you one thing that I said about you.
Yeah, talk to me.
Okay, so
And I was gonna ask you that. I'm glad you reminded me.
I wouldn't tell you to your face. So one thing I said was, I got.
Tell me something you said about me that you know now that wasn't right, that you was wrong about.
I'll get to that after I tell you this.
Okay, cool.
Okay. I'll give you that one. All right. So I remember I had more footage than a lot of people because when the shit first popped off, it was going on Facebook. Everyone was looking for YouTube. But if you had the real footage, it was the people who was there on Facebook. All that shit got scrubbed off the internet. But I still had like 8 hours of unseen footage from that crime scene because I was taking people videos and just.
I don't think he talk about Juke on here. He talk about where was he at when Dog was he said he was on Crump going to the car lot. Going to a car lot on Crump. I got to listen. I want to listen to this again about where he said he was at with Juke because I've listened to it a few times. I didn't hear him mention nobody.
Smart man, but on my autistic son, me and God ain't never did it. Me and God ain't never rode to the store together.
Yeah.
I just always respected your work ethic. You know what I'm saying? I respected how he, put the people around him on. You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy to say. It's almost feel kind of weird to hear me say that I don't have a relationship with God because I got relationships with so many people around him.
So to this day, you still haven't had a conversation with him after you beat the case. You still didn't talk to him.
If I've had a conversation with Gotti since then, I'm gonna stop bringing family into this and swearing on family or whatever. But to answer your question, no, I haven't. And but it goes back to me saying, if I wanted to get in contact with Yo, like if I wanted to just stomp down, talk to him, I could. Yeah, I could hit Grip up. I could call B. B is actually my brother. Like, and B one of the closest names to Gotti.
Yeah.
I knew B before Gotti. I was there. When I say there,
he just said a couple months ago when he see B Mims, he gonna slap the F out of him.
When he put the battery in CMG back.
Yeah.
And he helped finance that whole movement over there in the beginning. So B got a lot of love and respect
from over there with Gotti. And so, like I said, if I wanted to if it was something bothering me to that point, hell, I could go up to the restaurant and talk to his mom.
So you don't even want to have a conversation with him?
Do I want to have a conversation with Gotti?
Yeah.
Me saying I want to have a conversation with Gotti sound kind of a little groupie to me.
Yeah.
Cause I don't want to have no conversations with no nigga. I like to talk to bitches.
But
let me finish.
Okay.
Please let me finish.
Go ahead.
Do I want to have a conversation with him? I don't feel like if I wanted to that bad, then I feel like I could make it happen. Does a conversation need to be had?
Yeah, that's a better question.
It does.
Yeah,
definitely. Will that conversation, will it happen? That's on y'all. You know, if I was in his shoes, the conversation would happen.
So he should be reaching out. I get what you're saying. So there's no issue there. Do you feel like, is it
with me and God?
Yeah.
No, ain't no issue. Yeah, y'all don't owe me nothing.
Oh, gotcha.
No, God don't owe me. He don't owe me a dime in Chinese money. But you gotta assess the situation too.
Yeah.
I was thrown into a whole beef and a whole situation that ain't got shit to do with me.
You still be in Memphis, don't you?
And here it is. I'm still out here in these streets.
Yeah.
And I'm moving around like, in the way I move, it's like I'm on the CMG side of the war.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, you do.
But it's just like today, like how I pulled up. Yeah. How I'm, you know what I'm saying? Like, motherfucker be like, oh, there's some CMG niggas outside.
Yeah.
The folks don't know shit about no CMG. You know what I'm saying? Them my niggas. You know, so
wait a minute. Did he say them his dudes?
They'll be saying we CMG got into it with paper route.
Yeah.
And I just feel like
he was saying of the dudes that came with him.
With this shit.
Ain't got nothing to do with it.
So how did it make you feel? And niggas ain't even reached out like, nigga, you good.
Man, it's crazy.
You feel me?
It's hard for me to say you're right. You know, because again, God don't owe me shit. But if I was in his shoes,
he do.
If I was in his shoes, I would have reached out to me.
Ratchet legal.
Especially after.
Let me just say this.
Now,
that Ratchet the champ. I'm just saying. I mean, he really fished him in on that one.
Ratchet leading him all the way.
Yeah, he leading him all the way. He got him to admit his feelings, and he made him feel comfortable enough to do it.
Bro, I ain't trying to do no harm to you.
We're solid.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know?
Okay, so I mean that's telling it right there. Bro ain't trying to do no harm to him. If he ain't got nothing on him, hold on. Then why would he? How could he hurt him?
I would have been reached out to Gotti if the shoe was on the other foot.
Because you could have. Niggas all expected you to.
I could have melted Gotti over a nacho ball.
You know what I'm saying?
They was basically sending messages through my attorney begging me to say certain things.
Yeah.
Then they wanted to give me a script. And I could have easily read that motherfucker and been home the next day.
Facts.
With lines.
You could have folded.
Yeah. No, it wouldn't have been a fold. It would have been me turning to the devil, saying whatever they wanted me to say about Gotti to get what they wanted. And I just wasn't willing to lie on Gotti like that.
Yeah.
You know, And again, like when I was in there and trying to come up with lawyer fees, 200 grand and shit like that or whatever, I could have felt better because ain't nobody reached out.
He just said it again. Didn't Manny say that he took the case pro bono? But he just said that he had to come up with 200 grand, didn't he?
Or whatever, but I just manned up, man. You know what I'm saying, and did what I know to do, and shit. That's never quit. And just keep fighting, and I just fought or whatever, and I fought my way up out this shit.
What was your relationship like with Dolph when he died? Your personal relationship.
If we would have seen, we ain't have each other number or nothing, but if we seen each other, we definitely would have spoke.
So if you would have seen Dolph, it was no smoke.
No, hell no.
You did not want to see nothing bad happen to the guy.
For what? See, Dolph ain't never did. Man, Dolph ain't never did nothing to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I always known Dolph sell weed for business. You know what I'm saying? Like, none of that hurts me. You know what I'm saying? None of that goes against nothing that I believe in. You know what I'm saying? Like, or he did nothing to me. So no, hell no, bro. My heart ain't. I'm not built like that. My heart don't not wired like that. I don't like to see innocent people get killed.
Yeah.
I don't like to see. I don't wish death on people that ain't done shit to me. I just try to live my life how like a nigga would when they say they standing on principle.
Yeah.
That's how I try to live my life. I try. Ain't nobody perfect, but I swear I try my best too.
Do you still go through Memphis?
I never just left Memphis to come to you.
Yeah. So
I woke up at 5 this morning and got on my way to come to you.
So how do you feel safe in Memphis?
I'm safe in where I go.
You don't feel like nobody want to do you nothing?
Yeah, I know they do. Yeah, but they know what they got to do that.
So you still feel like the paper outside still want to see something happen to you, even though they know with paperwork.
It's a few niggas over there on their side that I'm sure they feel like damn, it probably didn't have nothing to do with that.
Yeah.
But you got some niggas over there on their side, they younger or whatever, and they stuck on what they stuck on, and they believe what they believe.
Yeah.
And I respect it, I just wish they knew the truth or whatever. But as far as me moving around Memphis and me feeling safe or whatever, I'm the type of person that, and this might sound crazy, but I feel safer in Orange Mound than I do in Germantown.
Yeah.
And I know Orange Mound. I don't know Germantown. Even though Germantown, a white area or whatever, shit rarely happens. Bartlett, shit rarely happens. But I don't know those streets. I don't know those cuts.
Yeah.
And shit like I do Orange Mound. So I feel safer in the Mound than I do in the white neighborhoods. And as far as me still moving around, I'm gonna move around Memphis till I die.
Yeah.
As long as I got somebody there, as long as I got one person there that I love and that love me, Memphis gonna always, even if I dislike Memphis sometimes, Memphis still gonna be my home, still gonna be where my heart is. So it ain't nothing gonna run me from it.
So if you made enough money, you still would be there if you was a millionaire.
I got enough money to move now.
But if you're a millionaire right now,
go fuck if I was a billionaire.
You still would be in Memphis.
If Haley Govan in Memphis, Tennessee, I'm going back.
Yeah. I think that's your dad.
Yeah. If Nicholas Carpenter in Memphis.
Shout out to Haley.
Yeah, I'm going back. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, ain't nothing gonna keep me from it.
So, if you could tell Dolph one thing right now, what would you tell him?
I ain't quit letting that sucker, that nigga Gucci man put that battery in your head. Let that shit go, bro. Get you some money. Or take that phone call with Gotti.
She's like a sit down.
Yeah. It's a nigga named Lil Wook from my city. He tried to put it together. But Dolph wasn't going for it.
Dolph was just hard-headed.
I ain't gonna say he was hard-headed. To Dolph credit, if some niggas had done shot me or shot on me or whatever, I think it'll be kind of hard for me to squash it too.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially if I ain't got my lick back. We might squash it after I get my lick back. But we ain't finna end it with you having one up.
Yeah.
Nah.
So a sit down was just never gonna happen anyway.
not at that point, at least from what Docs told Lil Woo.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying? Like I said, maybe after he got his lick back or something, then maybe that could have been considered.
What would happen if you and Key Glock ran into each other?
Nah, shit.
You think you and Key Glock cool?
Hey, Glock, I want to see a baby picture of me. I want to see an ultrasound picture of me. Glock, he definitely has saying, well, $1.5, where? Did you see Glock? Yeah. Man, we better not be in no motherfucking establishment or club or no shit like that.
So you think he was?
I ain't got no beef with. Let me get that clear. I ain't got no beef with Glock.
But he got beef with you.
But if I run into Glock and Glock got some smoke with me, Glock has got to catch cataracts quick. Cause man, Glock, man, that's a baby.
Yeah.
You know what I'll do to a baby.
But I did hear he had smoke with you.
Okay, Glock know where to find me. Matter of fact, look, if Glock won,
he left me. Glock got the fuck on up out of there.
So when niggas say they looking for you, a lot of times they be looking for you with 30 other niggas.
Yeah.
I want a nigga to be looking for me by itself.
Yeah.
Then, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Then you'll earn some. Yeah. You'll be able to get on one of them pages in my book.
Yeah.
If you looking for me by yourself. You know, because ain't no nigga looking for me. You know what I'm saying? If a nigga looking for me like that, you know, yeah, you ain't gotta make no but a call.
So have you ever heard that in the streets that he had some smoke with you?
No.
You ain't never heard.
And bet not.
Okay.
Because if I hear a nigga got some smoke with me, then I got it with you. And when I got smoke with a nigga, I don't deal with smoke.
Yeah. You gotta get it off your chest.
Yeah. I'm putting the smoke. I'm putting the fire. Nigga start a fire, I'm gonna put it out, man.
So have you had any run-ins with anybody from that side since you?
Yeah. I just seen yo the other day again. You know, yo a real nigga. Yo a DeMario Cleves. Yo a OG from Castalia.
Yeah.
Yeah. Born, I'm talking about blood, sweat, and tears in that paper route shit.
Yeah.
And I ain't saying yo no hoe. That ain't what I'm implicating.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yo,
ain't no smoke.
It's just, if it's smoke, I don't know it.
Did y'all speak?
We shook hands, laughed, and whatever. You know what I'm saying? Y'all went to school with him.
Yeah.
He knew me before he knew Dolph.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so yeah, I done bumped into and it's been a few phone calls made about me from over there in Castalia. Niggas think I don't know.
Oh shit.
Yeah. You know, niggas calling and asking like, no chicken.
Y'all have I already passed where he talked about Juke?
Yeah. You know the shit he be saying on them interviews and niggas tell him.
Did I go past what he said about Juke?
Yeah. Dude say what he want to say.
I heard about you.
I think you did.
You for real?
I passed where he talked about Juke.
So when you was
I think so.
You did.
Gotta grind and then what?
How do you say hello in Spanish? Hola. Repeat after me. Hola.
No, you gotta do. You know you can't do it. You gotta grind and then.
Nah, but okay. So Cornelius is the one who told the lie on you, and Straight Drop never went with that lie.
No.
So you would still say Straight Drop a solid dude?
Yeah, drop solid. Yeah, drop him. You know, drop. Ain't nobody perfect.
Yeah.
You know, the Cadiz nigga was trying to. He was trying to dirty cloud bro judgment up of me.
Yeah.
And drop no man. I'm one of the best things that ever been around when it come to all them little niggas.
Yeah.
I ain't never told them niggas no about nothing. From my house to my cars to whatever. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never turned my back on them.
Yeah.
Or none of that, including Tiff. You know, with his crazy ass. I mean, you know, he flip out every other day. You know, I still love him to death. That's nephew, you know.
Yeah.
But you know, Drop it's crazy. I was thinking about that nigga on the highway today. And Drop actually if he fuck with you, he'll solid dude, he'll loyal person if he fuck with you. You know, and so I ain't got nothing bad to say about bro. I just I just wish he could be, you know what I'm saying, be with his daughter, you know what I'm saying?
It seems like they kind of fuck with you.
You know, I had love for them little niggas, you know what I'm saying? Still
Notice he said had.
All them little niggas used to be at my house, my nigga, like, you know what I'm saying? I ain't saying it like they was homeless or nothing, but outside the shell house, my house was the spot to go to.
Yeah.
And they know, one thing they know, quit ain't on no back
When he
door
say
shit.
shell, he talking about Kamisha.
A loyal OG nigga out the hood.
Yeah.
And we go over here. We know we're gonna be safe. And so, you know, I had a bond with them little niggas, like from no love to reach to, man, just all of them. You know what I'm saying? And I bond sometimes too quickly with people.
Yeah.
He said from
Sometimes
no love to
with the wrong
who?
people. But if I bond with you and something bad happened to you, then yeah, of course it's gonna affect me.
Do you feel somewhat responsible for what happened to Straight Drop?
Do I feel responsible? No, I don't. I don't feel responsible.
You think you could have played it different with him?
I don't feel responsible because I mean, that night when Cornelius came up with his magical idea or whatever for my nigga, because I fuck with you. Fuck with you. I fuck with cuz, and you know, you hear it.
Okay, here it is.
Shake you up for a few minutes. Bond with the wrong people. But if I bond with you and something bad happened to you,
okay, it's coming up after this, y'all.
Do you feel somewhat responsible for what happened to Straight Drop?
Do I feel responsible? No, I don't. I don't feel responsible.
You think you could have played it different with him?
I don't feel responsible because I mean, that night when Cornelius came up with his magical idea or whatever, I probably could have been more vocal and told Juke, like, hey, look, cool. I don't know this nigga like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I just know of him. Met him over a bowl of nacho.
Yeah.
You know, man, whatever the nigga talk about, fuck him, man. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you do it on your own time, you know? But I didn't. I was sitting back. I was like a fly on the wall. The shit that I was hearing was music to my ears.
Yeah.
You know, so if I would have been more vocal like I am, because I'm very outspoken, if I see something that I don't like or somebody say something that I don't agree with, I'm gonna speak on it.
Yeah.
I ain't necessarily have a dog in that fight that night to say that I disagree with what I heard or whatever, but I probably should have just looked out a little more for Juke and should have just told Juke, like, man, look, I don't even really know this little nigga like that, bro. You know what I'm saying? He just be with my little play brother Bobby, BG. And maybe Juke wouldn't have continued the conversation with him. Juke wouldn't have heard him out.
Where was you at when Juke died?
Riding down, get well in Memphis, Tennessee.
Yeah. How'd you hear about it?
My brother called me and told me. My older brother knows. He called me and told me.
How'd it hit you? Like,
oh, he said his older brother knows.
You know, so death come with this shit.
Yeah.
I hated to hear it for my nigga because I fuck with you. Fuck with you. I fuck with cuz, and you know, you hear it, then it shake you up for a few minutes. And you back there, you back to it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, man, growing up in Orange Mound, we so numb to death.
Yeah.
You know, it's like if you ain't a kid or maybe an old elderly person or something like that, man, that shit ain't nothing but a way of life.
So it didn't really fuck with you,
I ain't gonna say it didn't fuck with me, but I wouldn't, you know,
you kind of numb to it.
I ain't shed no tears about it.
Yeah.
Because I don't think Juke would have wanted no nigga to cry for him.
Yeah.
I know what he would have wanted a nigga to do for him.
Did niggas do it?
I ain't gonna speak on that.
Because nobody ever got locked up for that, right?
Mm-mm. And I ain't gonna speak on whether nobody ever got shot for it either.
Oh, he said he ain't gonna speak on if nobody got shot.
What did that have
So
anything
maybe
to
he
do with
is saying that they're no longer with us.
Juke being killed?
Of course.
And you believe it was the other side that did it, or you know?
I know. I know who killed you. I know the person that pulled the trigger. I know the person that was on the passenger side.
How many people was it?
3.
And them 3 probably couldn't do an interview today.
2 of them couldn't.
So who's the third? Where's he at?
The same place where we are, breathing and enjoying air.
He went ghost.
He doing what he do.
I got you. So if Juke never,
you know I deserve more for what you paid me on.
Well, you giving me you talking about nigga, you giving me that shit.
Okay, let's get to it.
Do you think Juke would have been in jail if he was still alive?
Of course.
For the Dolph shit. Because he was the true mastermind.
I'm not gonna say that. I can't speak and say that.
Allegedly, how it's worded in the case.
I mean, so if Juke, it's like if Juke was really the mastermind, like the police say, why the hell was he incarcerated?
See there, I mean, he
Right,
basically
boom,
letting you know that Juke wasn't just the mastermind. He didn't even feel comfortable with saying Juke was the mastermind behind this. Okay, because he knows that it goes further than Juke. He didn't even feel comfortable with saying that. So anyways, I mean, I listened to it over again. I still don't hear him implicate nobody, but like Derek said, those that know. I just don't know. So one got shot, other one died in a car wreck, and the alive one we call him Ghost. So Derek said, smart lady. T-Baby Sanders says he already told that part when he says CS and Juke had the conversation. Who is CS? Y'all gonna have to help me. CS and Juke. I don't know. Oh, Cornelius. Okay, Cornelius Smith. Okay. Oh, y'all know I be out there. I got all types of stuff going through my head because I'm feeling a certain way because I done went and listened to this all over again. I still ain't. It went over my head again. So y'all know I'm sitting here thinking, Lord have mercy. It still went over my head. Because all I came out with is that he's basically says he knows who did this to Juke. T-Baby said he just flat foot said everything. But now I'm thinking about Mr. N. Mr. N said on my show, he says if Juke was alive, Quet would be in jail. Justice Rodolph says, just remember my older brother knows that's key to everything. And remember, Sammy fight was about what he just said. That's going on my head too, Lord. Lord Jesus. I ain't had breakfast this morning. Maybe that's the reason why I ain't able to process a lot of this stuff. Um, just remember my older brother knows. Sammy fight was about Juke killers, not Dolph or Keeglog.
Sound like some niggas play both sides to me, Jennifer Doe.
Yeah, because I'm trying to figure out why him and Sammy would be fighting about Juke killers. He said, solve that riddle and you got it all. Natanya said, so Nose did it. T Baby says she thinks that it was a combination of what happened then and what's still being discussed now. Hmm. Hey, Lord Almighty. Hmm. I think being in school got me not wanting to solve no mysteries. I be thinking so hard on trying to get my work done. I be just wanting somebody to tell me. Quiet authority file says, See, I think it's easy for them because they know the names of some of these people. When their names come up, I don't know their names. I don't know who they are. They said, how is Sammy involved? Natanya said she's trying to solve. I'm trying to solve the riddle too. Yeah, the interview pushed the envelope. They have an obligation now to solve Juke's murder. Okay. Whether he's going to tell them the truth of who the people are or not, I don't know. I don't know. But it sure sounded to me like he wanted for people to know. I don't know why he put that out there, but I guess he had his reasons. I guess he wanted to make some people straighten up. That's the only thing I could see.
Yeah, I'm good, baby.
You think that's what he was trying to do? You think he was trying to make some people straighten up?
No, he was most definitely saying that, letting them know, yeah, I know.
Well, I mean, he been knowing, and I'm sure they know he knew. Y'all hit that like button for me. Mm-hmm. Um, just what I says, there are names you don't call, and further than this, I can't talk about it unless I get 50 million on my account. If these people are that dangerous, I wonder why Quinn would put that out there. Why you think he would do that? They're saying that these people are dangerous. Why would Quinn? Why would you don't if you know that these people are dangerous, why would you even threaten to put dangle their dirt out there? You don't do that. You say you feel like he did it for his security. Number one, I feel like he did it for his security. Number two, money. Number three, to let it be known that he may know what really happened. I think the people, he knew what the folks that did it know he know what happened. Because I think he probably cool with him. McPressure says, here's the riddle. It may sound strange to us, but everybody that go there and say he know or don't like is at risk of getting thrown under the bus. I don't sound like he don't like nobody. That's what it sounds like. Shoot. I think all the people around him is at risk, except for Kamisha. He like her. I guess. I don't, you don't ever, you can't, he ain't never, But as far as everybody else, to include Devin Burns, he has thrown 100% up under the bus. He says everyone he mentioned he has a problem with. And he kind of threw Kamisha up under the bus a little bit too, though. Now y'all got me thinking he threw her because he let it be known that she was pissed off at Dolph about not paying for J Money's funeral. Justice for Dolph says everybody's dangerous until the law shows up. When it's yes sir, no sir, yes ma'am, no ma'am. Big pressure. They already have been thrown under the bus. They interrogating him as we speak. Y'all, I done told y'all they have he those are high profile murders. He spoke about Teasy twice. He said that Teasy, I remember he said it passively on his channel. He said Teasy was not killed by ops. That's all he said that day. He said Teasy wasn't killed by ops. He said Teasy wasn't killed by ops. He said that one time. That shocked me. He didn't get into it, but that time me and Cypress was looking at him. He said Teasy, folks trying to take credit for Teasy's murder. Teasy, he did talk about Teasy a lot when he had Devin Burns on there with Trap Lord Ross was on there. And he said Teasy was a low down MF, and he got Devin to admit he had an issue with Teasy. But then when he was on his Facebook page, like Cypress said, he said folks need to stop trying to take credit for Teasy murder. Ain't no ops killed Teasy. Teasy was killed by friendly fire. He said Teasy was killed by his friends. I said, I was like, dog, did I? So then when I talked to Cypress, he said, you heard Cypress just say, he said it. He was killed by friendly fire. He was killed by people he knew, his friends. I was like, dog, because you know when somebody puts something out like that bluntly, you like, dog, like, is he trolling? That's true, Big Pressure. You could tell with the way you could tell Govan is used to extortion. I don't mean no harm, but he got that extortion down pat. And he's charismatic enough to draw people in so that he can get leverage on them. Hell, I believe Govan the type, he's so charismatic, he can pull you in and get you to do dirt for him. And then turn around and hold it over your head and say, well, hell, I wasn't the one that killed him. You did. And I tell on you. If you say you did it for me, ain't nobody going to say I did it for him because they're going to be denying it. And he knows that. That's why that's the danger of young dudes hanging around a bunch of old dudes that's been out in the street because they know how to think circles around them 3 times because they've been out in the streets double the time. He said, Derek said, I told y'all it's extortion and leverage. I'm putting the number back up. Y'all can call in. Anybody that wants to call in can call in. I'll be on for like another 30 minutes. So if you want to call in, you could call in. Maybe like another 20 minutes. They said after he beat a body, he chose to be a content creator. He could have got, if he could have got into talking about other stuff. He should have got it. What he should have did was if he had went incognito and not did an interview shortly after that case, the price would have went up. He could have got what he wanted. He could have got about 25 or 30 bands out of somebody like Vlad. He could have got about 35 or 40 out of Vlad. If he had waited almost a year later around this time, took that money, invested it in the trucking business or the box truck business, and kept his head down, I mean, that's what I don't know why he didn't do that. I'm with you when you write, as Derek say, Justice for Dolph. I'm with you when you write. Me too. Well, Vlad didn't give him no real bag for no exclusive, because he could have got at least 25 out of Vlad. He said my 30 minutes turns to an hour and a half. So you think Vlad gave him the max of 10K? That ain't no money. For an exclusive interview, you one of the suspects that was in the case that beat the case. And he give all the money, all Vlad gave him was 10,000. He could have easily got 25 off of Vlad. T Baby says, I can see that. Oh, that thing it's moving so fast. I can't keep up with it. Okay, he says Bingo Quit is stupid. He don't know. I can't believe he only took $10,000. All Vlad for exclusive interview as big as Dolph case was, and he was one of the suspects that beat the case, and he let Vlad give him 10,000. Are you serious? He should have been talking about 30. A case as big as Dolph. The negotiations would have started at maybe 35. He was paying Boosie 30 for an exclusive from Quet. He could have started negotiating at 35 and got it down to 25. I believe Vlad would have gave him 25. But he probably would have gave him 50. He said it was almost 10. Oh, hell no. I refuse to believe it. I refuse to believe it. I just refuse to believe that. Oh, these people from Memphis makes me shame. I'm gonna tell you, I was listening to Vlad one day. They asked him about an interview with Jay-Z. And they said something about Jay-Z wanted 3 million or 5 million. And they was like, I know you wouldn't. He said, no, wait. Now, I didn't say I wouldn't do it. He says, I didn't say I wouldn't do it. I said that we would have to sit down and have a conversation. I knew at that point he got it. That means he got investors and everything. You could pay Jay-Z $3 to $5 million for an interview. He said, I didn't say I wouldn't do it. I just said me and Jake got to sit down and have a conversation if I'm gonna pay him that kind of money for an interview. He got it. That's why I said he could have got 50 out of Vlad. That man ain't even get $10,000 out of Vlad. I thought for sure that Vlad gave him about 15 or 20. I was like, I bet he probably got maybe 15, 20 out of Vlad, which was lowballing for a case as big as Young Dolph, and you was actually a suspect that beat the case, and you let Vlad give you less than $10,000. Boosie know how much Vlad make, but I think him giving Boosie 25,000 was a lot. I think Boosie should have kept then that $25,000, and Boosie was doing maybe an hour. I think that was a lot of money to just do an interview for Boosie. Vlad didn't get 1 million views off a Govan interview. They said, well, I don't mean no harm, but that's how it is in business. Vlad would have had to just take that loss because he didn't. Everybody would have thought that, especially the sensationalism, how big the sensationalism was of Dolph case. You got a major player in the case, fresh off of out of the courtroom on a not guilty verdict. You got people still talking about it because that's the first one that Govan went to days after the verdict. Folks still talking and woofing about it. The negotiations would have started maybe at 50. Vlad got it. Anytime he sit up and say he did. They was talking about Jay-Z want 3 or 5 million for an interview. He said, I didn't say I wouldn't give it to him. I just said before, with that type of money, me and Jay would have to sit down and have a conversation first. Because if you ain't got it, you're gonna say, no, I ain't even got that kind of money to pay him. So he wanted to work out kinks of everything. You all hit the like button. If you haven't hit the like button, please do hit the like button. I know what I'm gonna eat. I still got a couple pieces of smothered chicken that I baked yesterday. I think I'm gonna I want some candied yams. I like to eat chicken with candied yams or um yellow rice. I was his real friend at the time. So Derek, why do you think that you and Quet fell out? Why did y'all fall out for? He said he don't know. Hmm. Well, I will say this. He spoke about Juke's murder. They have an obligation to solve that, you know. I think Tease's murder is gonna get solved too, because he basically already solved it. He won't for people to know who did this to them. Anytime he sit up and say Tease was, I wish I could find it. Cypress says on his Facebook page. I don't know if he took it down, but I was like, dog, I was like, oh, he said Teaser was killed by friendly fire. He might have took that down. Justice Vidal said Howard about to be solved too. Probably is. They said ask ourselves why Manny was in the interview. To keep him from incriminating himself, but shoot, that was a waste of time because I can't. As time went on, I started wondering if Quet was on pills because as time went on, Quet made sure Quet had just as deep of a hate for Young Dolph as the rest of them. He couldn't hide it. He didn't like Young Dolph either. Justice for Dolph. Justice for Dolph. I'm gonna have to stop reading your comments. Oh my god. Oh my god. Lord have mercy. He said Quet hated on Dolph for years, talking about why he kept bringing up your name in these songs. Well, it's obvious he got a disdain for him. He set up and said, I didn't like Dolph music. I mean, He didn't have to like Dolph music. He was like, well, Dolph wasn't that big until he died. That's a lie. Folks love Dolph everywhere. It was like, did nobody listen to Dolph music in Memphis? That's not true. The hate and stuff started coming out because I don't really like when I was listening to rap a little bit. Yo Gotti was more so in my era. So Yo Gotti had a song called 5 Star Chick that I like, and I still like it. And he got a song called What Up Memphis that I like. Shout out to Drummer Boy because Mr. N said Drummer Boy made that hit, which I don't think they give Drummer Boy the props that he should have because a lot of Memphis producers and stuff, to include Mr. N, a lot of them, they really just did their thing. Because somebody came into my chat, I do believe they said Drummer Boy beats and stuff made Jeezy who he is, basically. So but to say that nobody listened to Dolph, that's so not true. Because I get motivated. Dolph had a lot of motivational songs. I don't know why. Like when I'm driving down Elvis Presley, because I went to Norris Elementary, so every time I drive down there, that I forget the name of that restaurant that he did that video at with that female white in it, the porn star. I see every time I look over there at that, I'm like, dog, they're kind of changing the area, the buildings, those little raggedy buildings where he shot the video, right there at Elvis Presley and Norris, 100 shots. But every time I drive down Elvis Presley, I look over there, I'm reminded of his videos because I grew up around that area as a little girl. Because y'all know I'm a Clementine baby. And so going to we moved by the time it was time for me to go to Corey. We had already moved. I was so devastated. All of my friends from the projects and from the hood was going to Corey. And then I was going to another school. Yeah, it's the Chop Suey house. And I had to make friends all over again. And it was so hurtful because, just growing up in the projects, we was happy. Like folks sit up and talk about, well, you grew up and no, we were able to have a childhood. We was happy over there. It was like a family. Everybody looked out for each other in Clementine. And the 80s was just a good time. But when we moved from Clementine to Twinkletown, I ain't never in my life. I had to go to I was in a whole new environment. I had to go to a junior high school where most of the kids had their nose and stuff turn up. I was like, oh my God, it was almost like a culture shock. So, I was able, though, it kept me balanced because I was able to hang out with the unpopular kids and I was able to hang out with the I ain't like really hanging out with the popular because I didn't like turning my nose up. Like you don't go from living like in Clementine where I had everything I wanted. Like if we was poor, I didn't know it, but you don't and go somewhere and have your nose turn up. I was just really well balanced. I've never been the type to turn my nose up at people. He says Manny and Quit interview cost Vlad at least $100K. Derek just told you that Vlad didn't pay nowhere near $100K for he just told you that because he said the money came to his account. Derek, did Vlad pay almost $100K with paying for flights and hotels and all of that? I mean, he should have paid $100K because he would have had to pay for the hotel and the flights. But he would have gave me $50K. But you just heard him say that he probably didn't even pay $20,000 because Vlad probably got a discount on flights and stuff and on hotels. I don't know. Y'all know what I get to thinking about. and here my right hand to the Lord. And I don't want nothing to happen to Quet. Because I do believe that Quet is like the low-hanging fruit as it relates to this young Dolph thing. But just like Straight Drop, he ran his mouth so much he made himself unpopular. Okay. But I really do believe he's like the low-hanging fruit. But I'm gonna tell y'all something, what comes to my mind when they said that when I heard that there were people that wanted young Dolph dead, that they found out the motives of why they wanted him dead. And then there was some people that they found out, I'm talking about the police, they found out that wanted young Dolph dead. And at that point, they had not figured out a motive of why those people wanted him dead. I kind of believe that's going to come out. I think Quet knows the whole play. And I think it's going to come out. Because he has been on a vengeance. You see, he didn't feel comfortable with saying that Juke was the mastermind because he knows that Juke was not the mastermind. He was involved, but Juke was not the mastermind. Quet didn't feel comfortable with saying that. Anyways, y'all, I've been on here almost 4 hours. I am hungry. I'm glad I got on early because for the rest of the day, I'm going to do my African American lit work. I got to do some poetry. I need to warm up my food from yesterday. I'm going to eat some smothered chicken, and I don't feel like waiting on no candy yams because I'm hungry. I think I don't want no damn corn. Maybe I'll make some more rice. I know how to make my own fried rice. It'd be good, a little side of fried rice. Anyways, you guys, I appreciate you all getting on today. I had a ball. I sure wish I knew. Listen, it's got me bothered that people caught on to who Quet was saying who Juke's killers were in Ratchet interview. And I have not been, I went back and looked at it. It's bothering me because I ain't heard him say no names. Anyways, listen, you guys, I want you all to please like, share, and subscribe. Okay. If you want to support the channel, y'all can hit up my Cash App. I'm trying to think. I be wanting these men to hit up my Cash App too. I'm trying to think. I was looking at some shoes that I wanted. And I want one of my subscribers, one of the men to buy it for. I like it when men buy me shoes. Let me see. Should I show y'all the shoes? Would it matter if I showed y'all the shoe? Y'all wouldn't want to buy it? No way. Would it matter if I showed it to you and you buy the shoe for me? Send me the money to buy it. I work hard on here. Hell, these men on and be in my chat make a lot of damn money. They ought to want to buy a shoe. Hell. Let's see. You have to send it via Cash App because I ain't meeting nobody. You'll never line me up. Okay. You have to send the money via Cash App. I want the shoe. Hold on. Wait a minute. Hold on. They hurry up and jump their asses off of here. Let me show y'all. This is the shoe I want right here. It's not even that much. I want that green shoe. Ooh, I like that color too. That's like a brown. I want to get both of them. I like that one too. All three of them only would be like $150. So anyways, Anybody want to donate to the shoe fund? You could do that. Okay, if you want to donate to the Stiletto Heel Fund, because I'm a Stiletto Heel fanatic. Okay, I can't help myself. Anyways, you all, I love you all. I want you all to please like, share, and subscribe. If you want to support the channel, you can hit up the Cash App, the Super Thanks. Y'all have a good day. I love you all. Talk to you later.